accidentally hit a baseball through it, or anything else. Window World quality windows, great price. Even hurricane-rated impact windows are available to offer an increased level of security to your home. Call Window World today.
Window World, simply the best for less.
Hi, Michael Crothers, owner of Pure Air Conditioning. Now that our economy has reopened and to help the community, we've decided to offer a safe $29 AC maintenance. All Pure Air employees are supplied with gloves, foot coverings, and KN95 masks for your and their protection. Find us online at getpureair.com to schedule your safe $29 AC maintenance. Join me every Saturday at 11:30 a.m. for the Get Pure Air radio show. I'll be talking about everything from air conditioning maintenance to troubleshooting tips.
7,000 high school students drop out every school day. If you stack their desks one atop the other, it's a pile more than 17,000 feet high. That's 12 Empire State Buildings. But what's truly scary is that another stack is going up tomorrow. We can keep students in school. Visit boostup.org and take the first step. Brought to you by the U.S. Army and the Ad Council.
Are you getting ready for the hurricane season? Here's a tip from the Florida Psychiatric Society. Think about the amount of time that people are listening to the weather and news broadcasts. One adult checking the news ought to be enough. An endless barrage of the news can add dangerously to anxiety, or sometimes it can do the opposite and make kids even indifferent to the storm. A child glued to a TV set may be a child who's terrified. Talk to them, get them to watch a movie, or do anything else like helping to prepare food.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 6 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
Immigration reform. I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. That's President Biden's theme of the day as he gets back to taking executive action.
One he plans to sign, and it would establish a task force that would reunite families separated at the border.
He'll issue 3 executive orders that would also lead to a major review of asylum processing and the legal immigration system.
And those executive orders don't even include some of the action he's already taken, like stopping construction of former President Trump's border wall, also stopping that Trump travel ban.
Fox's David Spunt. Last night, President Biden met with a group of 10 Republican senators, including Susan Collins.
It was a very good exchange of views.
Now, the Republicans are pushing a much smaller corona financial aid package, only about a third of what the president has proposed.
And Republicans are worrying that the new Democrat plan is loaded with items that have nothing to do with COVID relief. You have the minimum wage being raised to $15. There's a set aside for $350 billion for state and local governments, and it offers larger Obamacare premium tax credits. But Democrats aren't likely going to wait around very long. They appear ready to move on with or without Republicans.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. A sheriff's deputy is dead in Mississippi, shot responding to a disturbance call. Another Hancock County deputy fired back, wounding the gunman. There's a lot of shoveling to do from the mid-Atlantic to the northeast, and it's still snowing. Some areas got over 2 feet, slowing travel to a crawl and delaying thousands of coronavirus vaccinations in several states. Next hour, we'll get our annual weather report from the groundhog.
This year's Groundhog Day festivities are mostly virtual due to the pandemic, but that doesn't mean Punxsutawney Phil is sleeping in. No visitors will be allowed at Gobbler's Knob to see Phil in person, but you can join in virtually.
Fox's Tanya J. Powers. If Phil sees his shadow, that supposedly means 6 more weeks of winter. If not, spring arrives early. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Johnston Spinal Care, the leader in spinal decompression. Find them online at 596back.com.
Wink News Traffic.
Good Tuesday morning, a windy commute as you're looking over that dash. I'm sure you're seeing that wind and those palm trees swaying back and forth. Make sure to really hold on to that steering wheel this morning. Now, there's a slowdown if you are in Lehigh Acres and East Lehigh on Jaguar heading towards Columbus Boulevard. Also delays north and south on Columbus between Jaguar and Milwaukee. You can always hop on Bell if you want the smoothest option. If you're heading to I-75, we're still great on Daniels Parkway as well as Colonial Boulevard. That's your up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for a chilly day across Southwest Florida because of our cool weather and wind adding on to the chill. Highs for today only in the upper 50s and lower 60s as morning clouds will eventually give way to afternoon sunshine. 30s and 40s for your Wednesday morning. Bundle up. Highs only in the 60s with a full day of sunshine. We're back in the 30s and 40s for your Thursday morning, and then a gradual warming trend towards the weekend. But it does come with a cost. I do expect an opportunity for some rain with our next cold front and storm system, especially on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
You don't have to feel distant. Come join the conversation.
I am mad at everything going on.
This is 92.5 Fox News. Right, all along.
Presented by Rocket Mortgage. Every score change during Super Bowl 55, somebody wins $50,000 in the Rocket Mortgage Super Bowl Square Sweepstakes. See rules and enter for free at rocketmortgagesquares.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele visiting with my good friend TJ, owner of the Floor Meisters in Naples. And, you know, TJ, we talk about core tech. A lot of people talk about core tech. But tell people and explain why so many people love their core tech floors.
Core tech is built to be waterproof, kid-proof, and pet-proof. It looks just like wood, comes anywhere from 6 inches wide to 9 inches wide, all the way up to 86 inches long. Comes in a wide variety of colors, with a bevel, without a bevel, warm tones, cool tones, any color to make your house look beautiful.
So you want to see it for yourself? Go to the Floor Meisters. You're going to really love it. 6281 Naples Boulevard next to Costco. Give them a call. 239-596-4964. 239-596-4964. Or on the web at floormeisters.com.
You went online to switch your car insurance to Progressive so you could save money. But then you saw a friend request from an old summer camp buddy. And now here you are, clicking through photos of his kickball team from 2011. Looks like they won the championship that year. Then he moved to Tulsa. Oh, a new tattoo. Yes, they said it was easy to save hundreds on car insurance with Progressive, but they forgot about the rest of the internet. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. National average savings by new customer survey. Who saved in 2019?
Beachcombing, baking cookies, learning French. Aren't these what you'd rather be doing than thinking about your Medicare prescriptions? Well, Walgreens is here to help you get back to it with convenient refill and pickup options, expert pharmacists to answer all your questions, and Medicare copays as low as $0. Zero. Which is also the number of cares in the world you'll have as you stroll the beach, eating cookies and speaking French. Oh la la. Walgreens.
$0 copays apply to Tier 1 generic drugs and select plans where Walgreens is a preferred pharmacy.
Imagine an exclusive fishing adventure in Key West. A private cooking lesson from a master chef. A chance to play in an exclusive golf pro-am. Or owning a custom piece of art from a world-renowned painter, all while supporting the mission of NCEF, helping disadvantaged and at-risk children in Collier County. Don't imagine? Go to NWWFonlineauction.com and bid on these or other once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. That's NWWFonlineauction.com. A partnership of the Naples Winter Wine Festival, NCEF, and Gulf Shore Life.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Well, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. Glad you're joining us. 239-479-5592. That's the talk and text line. DrewSteele.com is the website where we stream live each and every day. It is mobile friendly, so you can watch on your phone, you can watch on your smart device, your computer, wherever you are. DrewSteele.com. Steele has 3 E's, DrewSteele. Go to the website and watch there, or you can go to Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio, and of course, YouTube is still available. If you want to go there, it's really your choice. Although masks and wearing masks are not your choice, as you know. We have mask mandates. Even here in Southwest Florida, masks are required now. It's Southwest Florida International and Page Field starting today. That is it. Federal law says you got to wear those masks. And hopefully you have something fancy. I mean, how many of you, almost like a poll, an early poll this morning, Jake. And I wonder, how many of you have customized your masks? Like, I'm looking at Jake right now. Jake's got a customized mask. He's got one with a little logo on the front. How many of you have decided to put a picture of your cat on there or a smiley face? Some people creepily do that photo where you ever see those masks where they take a picture of their own face and then they put the mask on and it's supposed to look like their own face and their mouth, and it turns out to look kind of creepy and weird. And have you seen those people yet?
Yeah, I've seen a few.
Yeah. I'm not talking about the ones that don't have the mask and look creepy. I'm talking about the ones that actually put a picture of their own face on the mask, and then when you cover it up, you got this like contorted, weird looking thing going on where it sort of looks like your face, but it doesn't. And
yeah, they're like half anime character.
yeah, it's like that anime thing going on. Jake knows a lot about anime. Do you not know a lot about anime?
Nope.
Okay, he doesn't know anything, but he knows the word and he likes to use it frequently. Like he said, he's got to go to the bathroom for anime. I don't know what that means.
People don't know what it is. It's just like what grown-ups call cartoons that they watch.
It's what grown-ups call cartoons. I always thought that grown-ups called cartoons. That's funny. And you say they call it anime.
The grown-ups in my generation, if you want to call them grown-up, they call cartoons anime.
All right, well, your generation, the millennials out there. All right, so the mask mandates, and this is the interesting thing. The Centers for Disease Control and Prevention issued a mask-wearing rule on the 29th, building on an order announced by the president. A lot of people have said, I wonder if, I guess you can do it. There's never been precedent for it. But even people at Reason, Reason.com, have talked about whether or not the mask mandate could even be constitutional. If you were to challenge it, how that would work. Because it's interstate travel, that's how they're working this. And it is an interesting proposition of how without the proper context, a president comes along and by executive order, which Joe Biden's signing things. He doesn't even know what he's signing. There's memes out there. Have you seen some of the memes of Joe Biden signing executive orders? And he's like, what am I signing here? And then you see like it's a signing over half his fortune to some guy in Provo, Utah. These kind of ever see those memes? So no, Jake has no idea what I'm talking about.
Joe Biden is a meme.
Yeah, he is sort of like not a joke. Not a joke. He is a walking, talking meme. But how we're trying to find the evidence of the mask mandates. Where is it out there? Even locally, have we talked about it in Collier County and the mask mandates? They're on, they're off. They're on, they're off. We should have them. We shouldn't have them. We got to have them. We can't have them. How across the state, there's evidence to prove unequivocally that when you have a mask mandate and you have an area that doesn't have a mask mandate, how you can see how the numbers look identical. Like there's no reason to have a mask mandate and there's no scientific evidence to prove that a mask mandate works. You see a lot of people that are putting things out on social media where they wear a mask and they have a candle in front of them and they're trying to blow the candle out and they're saying, hey, look at this. I'm trying to blow through the mask and I can't blow the candle out. Well, that's special because the thing that comes to mind right away is, how's the seal around that mask? Is there a chance? If it's not getting through the front of the mask, you're breathing. So obviously, common sense would dictate that air has to come in from someplace. And it's not all coming from the front of the mask. It's coming from the seal around the mask or the lack of one. Doesn't that make sense? Isn't it just common sense? No, Drew, it's not about you. It's about the other person because it's all those big droplets and everything that's going in. And it's stopping. Well, the whole double, triple, quadruple mask idea that we have to have this. How many more times can we see people like Dr. Fauci who's telling us, you got to mask up, don't mask up, wear a mask, don't wear a mask. I'm not really sure whether you should do a mask or not. Hey, look at Doc. I don't know. There's all kinds of things that are going on with Fauci. Didn't he say, wasn't he on recently again of on the double masking issue? Because first he said, don't wear a mask. Then he said, oh, you got to wear a mask. And then he said, maybe wear two masks. And then when questioned about that, he's like, no, just wear one mask. You're fine. And then now we're back to two again. This was on CNN yesterday, is it?
As to whether or not two masks are going to be better than one mask. But, if you use common sense and say, until we get the data.
Jake, you're not going to believe this. But I know, are you sitting down? Let me see. Jake is sitting down. If you're watching on drewsteele.com on the website, you see Jake is right there. There he is. He's sitting. He looks awfully lonely on the screen. You look so lonely. At least at night when the camera's on, you got Ian and who's answering the phones for Trey? You got two people in there.
Yeah, can I get a phone person?
I know, and it's nice and bright. And if you're watching at drewsteele.com right now, you see a lonely Jake. It's awful. I got to take the camera off you.
Please do.
All right. You're not going to believe this. I'm glad you're sitting down. There's this thing going on right now called COVID. It's a coronavirus. And
what's that?
I know. Sit down, right? And there's an idea that maybe we should be wearing masks. And we haven't done enough data yet to show whether or not masks work. Is that what Fauci's saying? Wait, all right, let's be fair. Let the whole thing play. Go ahead, just let it play.
As to whether or not 2 masks are going to be better than 1 mask. But, if you use common sense and say, until we get the data, if a physical barrier with 1 mask works, it makes common sense that 2 layers or 3 layers, and you should have a double layer mask and 1 mask anyway. But if you want to put an extra mask on, there's nothing wrong with that.
I could see a lot of things wrong with that. Jennifer Cabrera, our friend from the Alachua Chronicle, who has been following COVID extensively and the data, bringing up last week the fact that there are lung infections that have been happening because people double mask and triple mask but we're not allowed to talk about those studies. No, we got to put those aside. She has the evidence of that. If you go to her website, if you go to rationalground.com and you go to her Twitter page, you can see the evidence of all kinds of things, including the stats on where we are with COVID and the like. So common sense would say double masking, triple masking. Well, why not have 10 masks on? Then common sense would say you can't breathe, but hey, at least you wouldn't get the vid. This is Fauci. This is the guy we're supposed to be following, the science.
Can't formally recommend it because we don't have the science behind it.
They don't. Listen, here's the science behind it, everybody. I can't. Is it hard for anybody else, or is it just me to fathom that Anthony Fauci, the director of the National Institute of Allergy and Infectious Diseases, he's been around for many.
We choose truth over facts.
Like that guy, many years in Washington, D.C. doing this kind of thing, and he has no clue what the science says on masks right now. How is that possible? By the way, there is some science that is out there. Again, I'm looking at Jennifer Cabrera's website and how people have done studies on masks effectiveness. Courageous doctors that are out there, family medical doctors on their own, some big randomized trials in public settings using non-medical masks, and the results being that surgical masks slightly worse than a no mask in public setting, and cloth masks are worse than the surgical masks in medical settings, and they have the studies to show that masks are not effective the way we're told that they're effective. Now, by me saying this, I'm sure that drewsteele.com, where you're watching, may have some technical glitches today because there are some people that don't like that I'm saying this, or on other platforms that I would be on, I'm not allowed to talk about this. Argue the points of the data and argue the points that people are putting out of effectiveness of masks, and then explain to me why we have these policies. Well, it's better than nothing, isn't it? Well, is it? Is it better than nothing? And look, if you've got the evidence that shows it's better than nothing, give us the numbers and the data of the effectiveness, because I'm telling you, there are places that you can go that would question the effectiveness of masks to the degree that you can't even get on a plane. You can't walk into Southwest Florida International Airport. You can't walk in. Look, if a business wants to do this, go for it. But when the federal government comes along and mandates something, there's questions of constitutionality, especially when it comes to an executive order as opposed to legislation. If you want to make the case of interstate commerce, you probably could find precedent. As Reason was talking about, there may be some precedent, but the point is that are we actually allowed to talk about the science? Are we actually allowed to talk about this? And I'm not saying you shouldn't mask up. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying that if you are comfortable doing it, by all means, you can continue to do that. I am just asking and suggesting that if Dr. Fauci at this point is trying to tell us that there's not enough science and data out there about masks or double or tripling or even a single, How is that possible? Like, look at your watch. Look at your. Oh, don't look at. Are you kidding me? My watch stopped. Look, can I see your watch, please? Because look at the calendar. Well, you have it on your phone. But don't be. Look, can you do me a favor? Can you sit in your oblivion over there? If you're watching at drewsteele.com, you can see Jake sitting and snickering right now. Can you just sit where you're sitting and just stay there and don't do the whole. You got a phone for it. Don't pull that right now. I'm feisty this morning. Today's not the day, my friend. It's because I'm cold.
Your watch stopped working?
No, it's because I'm cold, and probably the watch is cold. That's what it is. It's these temps, man.
Again, woke up at 67.
Just wait. 67 in your house.
The house.
Yeah. Well, that happens. You think tomorrow's supposed to be worse, right? According to Matt Devitt.
Well, maybe tonight I'll remember.
Or better for those. It depends on if you got one of those big comfy comforters that you've been waiting to use. All right, can we get back to this? The point is that there is, number one, no reason whatsoever that Dr. Fauci is telling us that at this moment in time, after this amount of months, days, a year, 15 days to slow the 30-day spread, to shut down every single business, to make this suddenly go away to the point where we realize that it's a coronavirus and it's going to be with us for decades because it's just like the flu. It's never going to go anywhere, and then we're going to have variants, and then it's going to go up and down, and we're going to be inside the house, outside the house. We're not going to know what to do with ourselves for a virus that you can see the numbers and the data that would suggest what the death rate is, and you all know it. I don't have to tell you again. And who needs to be protected and not. But the second part of this is the fact that this would even somehow, in some way, be political, that somehow, some way, we couldn't all come together and have the numbers and have the data and the science that suggests that this is a smart move. And when we can't even find that a year later, there are a lot of questions still to be asked. And it's not fair. It's just not fair. Supposedly, we were supposed to have a surge upon opening, a surge upon a surge because of the holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving, all of that. Well, I'm looking right now of the hospital patients from holiday gatherings and how many? 15 states, 15 different COVID policies affecting nearly 80 million people. Well, look at that. Patients peaked well before Christmas in every single state, 6 of them even before Thanksgiving, and everything is trajecting down right now. Not looking at these numbers and hospitalizations, including here in the state. Are you getting all of that information? I'm not saying everything is safe, but what I'm saying is, man, it is frustrating beyond frustrating that we are continuing to talk about COVID in ways that we shouldn't be talking about. Like, we just don't have enough information. How is that even possible? That's what people say to me. I don't know. Maybe you can tell me. 239-479-5592. Take a break. When we come back. All right. The media is full on in the bag for Joe Biden to the point where they're kind of talking to each other. You got the Biden administration, you got the media talking and saying, hey, what are you guys going to be talking about? I'm going to ask you this question. Okay, Jen Psaki, so I'll know exactly what. Yeah, so there's that out there. And then wait till you hear the garbage that was discussed yesterday. Jen Psaki going after conservatives and conservative Twitter. Conservative Twitter. Hey, is there a conservative Twitter? I had no idea. The last time I checked, conservatives are being tossed off of Twitter. But no, there's apparently a conservative Twitter that, it's evil and bad and probably voted for Trump, and in which case they are into insurrections and violence and chaos, and in which case they have to be canceled or removed. You think that sounds outrageous? It's not. All right, we'll get to all of that coming up. If you'd like to call, 239-479-5592, drewsteele.com, the website to watch, including facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio as well. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along.
This is 92.5 Fox News. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
This Fox News Business Report is presented by Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions Incorporated, providing organic and botanical pest control solutions since 2011.
I'm Maria Bartiromo, and this is the Fox Business Report. High-O Silver, the erratic trading in shares of companies like GameStop, seems to have migrated to commodities, sending silver prices surging to an 8-year high, with futures jumping more than 9% yesterday.
All right, good morning, all my early morning peeps. Good morning, how you doing? Good to see you all here. So glad you're joining us today, and I love that you are all here. Don't forget. Wait, what's that? Wait, what's that? Were you talking to me? I was talking to them. Are you talking to me? What were you? I feel like. Oh, okay, good. All right. I just wanted to say good morning to everybody, and glad you're here. Now. I just wanted to let everybody know, all my 6 a.m. Peeps, if you're here and you're watching, your comments and reactions, and you're watching on drewsteele.com or you're watching on YouTube or Facebook, that on Friday, Seat to Table, if you're in the Naples area, corner of Livingston and Immokalee, we'll be doing the show live. So we'll be there from 6 to 9, and they're going to open up an hour earlier. So that's going to be really cool. So I look forward to seeing you there, and grab some breakfast, and that will be a lot of fun. All right, so let's say good morning to some people who are, let's see, who's out there? Who's on with us this morning? Who's here? William Roseberry is here. Oh gosh, I gotta move this thing. Hold on, William. Hold on, your name and, all right, let's see. How's that? It's not as good. All right, hold on. Let's see now. I'm just fixing my screen. There you go. All right, that's better. Good morning to William Roseberry. Good morning, Brian Desmond. Good to see you there, watching on YouTube. All right, Gabe Lynn is here. Happy Tuesday. Good morning. I have no idea who Marianne Paulick Brown is, but she's got a turkey leg, so I don't really know. Is that a turkey leg, or is that you throwing a potato spud? I'm not sure what that is, but okay, whatevs. There you go. All right, let's see. Travis can't do these news cycles anymore. I know. Can I tell you something about that's so funny that you say that, because we were joking between the two of us about how you can't, it's hard to follow the news cycle. It doesn't last longer than a couple of hours, and then all of a sudden it flips. It is, Travis, you nailed it. It's exhausting. It's exhausting. All right. Jerry Meyer liked the vid. Yeah, that's what they call it, the vid. All right. Let's see. So you're saying that I say that there's studies that show masks aren't effective, but never quotes a source. Well, I'll give you Mr. Super, whatever your name is there. I'm looking at, let's see, if you want the source of this particular one. Let's see. Here's the source. The source is from, let's see. It's from The Lancet. It's a reprint from The Lancet. Hey, is The Lancet a good location for you? The Lancet? If you text me, 239-479-5592, I'd be more than happy to forward this paperwork for you. Face mask versus no face mask and preventing viral respiratory infections. And this was infections, and you could take a look at this and how they did this open trial and specifically what the paperwork is. So all you need to do is text me, 239-479-5592. Say, I'd like the paperwork on masks, and I'll be more than happy to forward this to you. Please don't tell me I don't have it, because I do. All right, I got to rejoin. Okay, stay there. I'll be back with you guys in just a second.
102473. That's 239-810-2473.
Kennedy at 3 and Drive Home with Trey Radel at 5. Now, back to Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, 239-479-5592, drewsteele.com, Steele with 3 E's, the website, drewsteele.com, where you can watch on your smart device, your dumb device, your mobile device, your computer, wherever. Take us with you. Don't forget, Seed to Table, Oaks Farm, Seed to Table, the corner of Livingston and Immokalee in Naples. We'll be doing this show live on Friday. We're getting out of the building, and finally we're getting out and about with you, and we're looking forward to seeing you in Naples Friday morning starting at 6 a.m. They're going to open up the store an hour earlier, so we'll be there at 6 a.m. And listen, bring the kids, bring the family. Come on over. Say hi. We would love to see you. 6 to 9 a.m. we'll be broadcasting live. Oaks Farm, Seed to Table. 6 to 9 a.m. this Friday, part of our First Fridays. So every First Friday, we'll be out and about. And looking forward to being at Seed to Table. If you haven't been there before, it is amazing. So Get there and maybe you can, I guess you can bring the kids. Yeah, technically, right? And if school hasn't started yet, grab a coffee for you and some great breakfast. And what do the kids drink? What do kids drink for breakfast? I guess orange juice. What do you drink?
Chocolate milk, dude.
Chocolate milk?
All the kids, promise you.
You can't drink chocolate
milk or
no.
strawberry milk.
No. All right. Well, unless you want to get it at Seat the Table, you can.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Good morning, Southwest Florida. I'm Alan with Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions. My 6 years of service to my country taught me a lot about integrity, trust, and getting the job done and getting it done right. I have integrated much of my Army training into the business. And I mean integrated. I'm actually standing here recording in my fatigues. I understand that it may seem that there are more pest control companies than bugs, but our company is very different. A lot of pest control companies are what we call spray jockeys. You see bugs and they just come and spray. You see more bugs, so they spray more. My team's approach consists of understanding what's causing the bugs to come in. Sometimes it's something as simple as caulking or patching holes. Spraying is not always the answer. If you're tired of the spray jockeys and want real pest control solutions, call us, Sargent's Integrated Pest Solutions, today at 595-4867. That's 595-4867. Now serving Marco, Naples, Bonita, and Estero.
You probably know Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dray Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry is hosting our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction this Saturday, February 6th, starting at 11 a.m. in our Fort Myers gallery. Gulf Coast will be auctioning over 1,000 pieces of new high-fashion jewelry, designer jewelry, luxury timepieces, including Rolex, exquisite diamond and estate jewelry, and a huge variety of very cool collectibles. Great gifts for your Valentine at auction liquidation prices. Proceeds will go to the Bonita Bay Veterans Council, a 501c charity. First-time auction buyer, every auction item is pictured, detailed, and described on our website at GulfCoastCoin.com. Bid online or join in the fun at Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry, located on 41. Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelries are proud to help our local veterans and community with our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction. Join us Saturday, February 6th, or visit our website at Gulf Coast Coin to bid and make direct contribution to support our local veterans.
Wink News traffic.
Slowdowns in Collier County on the East Trail starting from Bayshore heading to Airport Pulling. Also a delay on Immokalee Road heading east of Sanctuary Road towards Everglades Boulevard. On I-75, we're still up to speed, just very windy, as you know, as you're commuting this morning. Make sure to really grip onto that steering wheel. If you're in Lehigh, still seeing the delay as well on Jaguar heading east to Columbus. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for a chilly day across Southwest Florida because of our cool weather and wind adding on to the chill. Highs for today only in the upper 50s and lower 60s as morning clouds will eventually give way to afternoon sunshine. 30s and 40s for your Wednesday morning. Bundle up. Highs only in the 60s with a full day of sunshine. We're back in the 30s and 40s for your Thursday morning, and then a gradual warming trend towards the weekend. But it does come with the cost. I do expect an opportunity for some rain with our next cold front and storm system, especially on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
More delightful than driving a convertible Bentley while wearing mink underpants. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
It's Fred Kobe with your Kobe Cooling Tip of the Day. I'd like to tell you that I'm the best AC mechanic in my company, but I'd be lying to you. I think my NATE certified mechanic team hides my tools from me so I don't hurt myself. You see, I'm the old guy, and I've been doing this work since I was a kid with my dad. Our younger staff are really the best mechanics in this business, and they've been through years of training and years of testing, with continuing education to keep up to date on the latest and greatest things in the air conditioning world. All companies brag about their experience, and we certainly have that, but we're most proud of our team being on the cutting edge and the leaders in technology and application of the modern air conditioning equipment. That's why we've been voted best air conditioning company in Southwest Florida year after year in the news press polls. It's not me, it's the best team of NATE certified mechanics ever assembled. Call 239-482-1542 and experience the best. License CACO 57313.
So, you're in the market for new appliances. You have a choice. You can chase around sizing up refrigerators, opening oven doors, poking your nose into top-load washers, while wondering if the quality meets your standards and the prices are fair. Or you can go to Good Deals Appliances. Starting at Good Deals Appliances makes all the sense in the world. They feature the top names in appliances like Genair, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. But the best part about shopping at Good Deals Appliances is their price guarantee. If you ever find a lower price on the same appliance, Jane and his team at Good Deals Appliances will beat it. Every time, guaranteed. When you need appliances, make your first stop your last stop. Good Deals Appliances. 3 locations to serve you. 41 at Gladiolus in Fort Myers, Pine Island Road in Cape Coral, and on Naples Boulevard near Lowe's and Costco in Naples.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Not 10, not 5, or even 2.9%. Southwest Florida. In 2021, Sutherland is doing something never done before. 0% APR financing on used cars. During the exclusive 0% event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Get unprecedented 0% APR financing on used cars. Save thousands in finance charges and pay the bank no interest for your car. Shop Southwest Florida's largest used car dealer with the biggest selection of certified pre-owned Nissans, Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. Now, get 0% APR financing. Even get 0% APR financing for up to 84 months on new Nissans, like the Titan truck. Yes, 0% on new, too. Don't miss the 0% event with never offered 0% APR financing at your used car megastore. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and the all-new Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral right now. Shop online at nissansales.com or capecoralnissan.com. If it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
This is an important health update from your friends at National Exterminators, because your safety comes first. As people are spending more time at home, it's important to keep your home as healthy as possible. Some of our biggest concerns come from pests and vermin, vectoring these different diseases. National Exterminators is your best choice in protection from these types of concerns. They're taking even more steps to ensure your wellness, with daily disinfecting protocols for their offices and fleet vehicles, with extra barrier treatments to stop the pest outside. National Exterminators has specialized hospital quality disinfectants that are on each vehicle, and if indoor service is required, National Exterminators wears nitrile gloves, clean shoe covers, and N95 face-style mask for your protection. National Exterminators is now including this in their $46 program. So what's stopping you? Call 239-46-NO-BUG. That's 239-46-NO-BUG. Or go to pestcontrolmadeeasy.com.
We're honest and true, and we're here to serve you. The National Exterminators.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash. Today, your energy is not just the most reliable or the cleanest, but also the most affordable. At FPL, we work each day to drive efficiency up and costs down to help keep your bills among the lowest in the nation, lower than many states, including New York, Michigan, and California. That's America's best energy value working for you. See how our bill compares. Go to fpl.com/value.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News. Now, back to Daybreak with Drew Steele
Hi, I'm Greg, Senior Guest Advisor at GameStop, the one next to the Hot Topic. First of all, let me stop you right there, funny guy. No, I don't have any stock tips. I'm 39. I make $10 an hour. I don't know why the stock is so high. I do know that one share is worth more than I make in a week. By the way, why do you keep coming back here? Everything, literally everything we have is available online. Why are you going to the mall to risk getting COVID for anime stuff and pops that nobody wants? I don't have any PS5s. This place is going straight Radio Shack. And you're saying, what's Radio Shack? Exactly. I gotta go have an interview to join the Geek Squad. But in the meantime, for me, Greg, and all the employees at GameStop, we don't know and we don't care. GameStop. Just stop.
All right. That's not very nice. But it's true. There's a lot. Listen, Jake is shaking his head. Yes, that is exactly right. Nobody really goes to GameStop anymore because everything in the store is still available. You can get it online. Like, what's the sense in going to a GameStop at this point?
None. Zero.
There's not any reason whatsoever to go. But people do go there because they think that they're going to get their PS5. I guess that's the big... Right, is PS5 the biggie? Is that the big one right now? Is that the one everybody wants?
Yep.
And what's so great about it?
Nothing.
Not a thing.
If it was... All right, so, like, check this out.
Okay, check this out. Hold on. Hold on. Wait a minute, for real, everybody. This is a big moment. This is Jake's... Your millennial moment with Jake. Go.
It's a waste of money to buy a console because it costs you hundreds of dollars a year to keep the thing online.
Yeah.
When you could build a PC that is literally... All right, so think of the PS5 as my Honda, okay?
Oh, gosh. You mean breaking down all the time and
exactly.
it needs
Good
brand new
point, right?
tires and probably
think
paint.
of my computer as your Audi. If you put them next to each other at a stoplight and that light turns green, you're going to win. My car's going to break down.
239-479-5592 is the talk and text line right there. If you want to watch, drewsteele.com, that's where you go to watch this very program. You can see all this unfold. You right there, you could have watched Jake's face as he was turning, gets right, mind blown right there. You've learned a lot from Jake and his millennial moment. We should have more millennial moments with you. You realize that? Like whatever's on your mind that's teeing you off in the morning, maybe we should do that. It'll be a refresher to just kind of get it all out.
Better.
Yeah, see, you feel better already. All right, drewsteele.com, Steele with 3 E's, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. All right, let's see. Let's touch on some other topics, some things that are going on. I wanted to get to this Jen Psaki, but I'm going to wait a little while for that because I did notice this. Speaking of millennials and speaking of those who believe that bigger government is better government, the bigger government gets, the better my life is going to be. I don't want to deal with a lot of things in life. I just want the government to tell me what to do, what to wear, where to go, and I'll just follow along as a good little lemming, and don't you worry about my liberty and freedom. I don't really even want it. I just want to know what to do and just make sure I'm fed. That's right. Isn't there a lot of that? You got to figure a lot of millennials are like, just hook me up with some food and tell me where I'm going to sleep and maybe a game or two online that I can play and I'm good. Now, that's not really true. If you're going to be honest about it, it's incredible how so many people in this country, especially millennials and the younger generation, vote for the exact thing that they don't want. I mean, right? Most of the time, you ask a millennial, you ask kids, they want to be left alone. Just let me do my thing. Is that right, Jake? Do most people say that? Just let me do my thing?
Leave me alone.
Right, leave me alone. Let me do my thing. And yet they vote for policies and they vote for Democrats and the left in this country. They go out and vote for leftists that are doing the exact opposite. They're taking away your liberties and freedom.
And then when they vote them in the office and then they do what they didn't want them to do, they make a meme out of them.
Yeah, and then they make fun of them, and they're like, I can't believe you did this. You took away my GameStop and all these things, and you're denying me the right to go out and do the same thing you're doing on Wall Street, and I can't even, as a retail investor, I can't even go out and buy a couple of dollars worth of stock, whatever I've got laying around, and I can't even do that because you hedge fund people. But, of course, a lot of times you have the policies of the left that are destroying you, and you vote for it. Chuck Schumer said yesterday or the day before, I forget what day it is. I really don't care what day it is. Anytime Chuck Schumer opens his mouth, it's a bad thing. I mean, some of the stupid things that come out of Chuck Schumer's mouth.
Donald John Trump incited the erection.
So Chuck Schumer on Friday nudged President Joe Biden and Vice President Kamala Harris to cancel student debt, a long-held agenda item for progressives. Said it would be a great day. Today would be a great day for President Biden and Vice President Harris to cancel student debt. Really? Would it be a great day to cancel student debt? Is that really what you want? Do you really honestly think that canceling student debt is going to benefit you in the long run? Let's kind of do this. Can we just have a moment where we can actually break it down, or as the kids say, break it on down? Right? Isn't that what they do? They don't do that?
Maybe. I don't know.
Yes, they do. They say, like, let's break it on down. See me moving around. Like, if you're watching.
What has happened to you today?
What do you mean? What's happened to me today? I'm fine. I told you I'm feisty today because I'm cold. When the temperature gets this cold, I have to move around a lot, and I get feisty.
I get it.
You know. Plus, I was talking to some relatives in New York yesterday. They're all mad at me because I'm here and they're in New York, and there's like 10 feet of snow, and they're mad. See, my relatives in New York are unlike a lot of people in New York. They're all conservatives, and they have to deal with Andrew Cuomo, and they have to deal with the climate change nonsense, and they have to deal with the roads never being right, and they have to deal with the fact that so many things are wrong and they can't get out. And then the one time they want to come here on vacation, it's a couple of weeks they're getting ready to come here, and they hit the big snowstorm, and they thought they'd be out before this happened. And I bought my parents an electric snow shovel yesterday. I'm so excited. Oh, the Snow Joe. Man, I had it in Utah. There's this thing called the Snow Joe. It's an electric shovel. It's the coolest thing ever. But anyway, so they get feisty. So my relatives they're yelling at me, and
You were just soaking up some New York energy yesterday.
Yeah, maybe that's what it is. Do you have relatives like that who get mad at you because things are good and I guess things are miserable for them, so they're yelling at you as if it's your fault that
I can
it
go
snowed.
outside and they can't? Yeah.
So I'm a little feisty today. All right. Canceling student debt. You know, there's a couple of things that people don't think about when they discuss canceling student debt. And I find it interesting that we're not allowed to have these conversations. Some places have had the conversations about it, but to the left, they want what they want, and they don't want to hear what you have to say. There are people that are watching me right now at drewsteele.com in the comments and reaction sections that are clearly the leftist tools that are apt there right now, who are saying some of these most ridiculous things and don't want to hear what I have to say. All they want to say is, your hair looks goofy. You got too many wrinkles. Your chin looks like a malnourished 12-year-old. I got that the other day.
That's good.
Yeah, I don't know.
I
don't know. First of all, that is an awful thing to say about any child. But a 12-year-old malnourished, what does that even mean? I don't know. But clearly, it's affected me. That somebody would say that. Moody did a little survey on what this would mean to individuals and the country. This getting rid of trillions of dollars in student loan debt. For example, how about the increased moral hazard? Has anybody thought of this? Future student borrowers could be incentivized to borrow more student loan debt knowing that their debt's going to be forgiven. No. Nobody's going to do that. It's like immigration. Once we make 11 million plus legal, they'll never cross the border illegally again. It's over. Right? That's the point. You forgive student loan debt. You forgive people illegally crossing borders and coming into this country, staying longer than they're legally allowed to. No. The whole idea is if you legalize them, if you take away the debt of these individuals, they will no longer do it. That's it. It's a clean slate. Who believes that? More student loan debt. Future student loan borrowers may borrow more student loan debt, but their student loan debt may not be forgiven, leaving them with potentially higher leverage. Can't talk about that. Here's some things you never thought about. Listen to this when it comes to Chuck Schumer and Joe Biden and others who are demanding that we cancel trillions of dollars of student loan debt. Since about 90% of student loan debt is federal student loans, the federal government would lose about $85 billion or 0.4% of GDP in forfeited student loan principal, interest, and fees. But I know you don't care about that. I know that's not anything you're worried about. But when you have trillions of dollars that are being spent by a federal government willy-nilly, not even caring about where it's going to people that you can't even ask about the accounting of, it just goes right out the door. And you're trying to figure out how to bring in more money because the student loan debt is being handled by, and it's in the hands of, the possession of the federal government and their federal student loans. You're not going to get any of that interest back. It's gone. Nothing's coming in, and that's going to take and make a dent in the GDP. Did you ever think about that? How about the individuals who are the ones who are going to benefit from this? Hey, here's something interesting that nobody thought about. Canceling student debt is not progressive. This is from Real Clear Education. John Kristof wrote this in November of 2020. The White House flipping blue this winter, calls for student loan cancellation or resurging, fielding questions and addressing this. The president-elect at the time stated canceling student debt loans as part of his economic package. And Chuck Schumer wants to do $10,000 a person. Chuck Schumer's like, no, $50,000 a debt per borrower. Come on, let's make it big. We got to go big, 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 baby, big, big. So how about this portion of this story? Not all students with debt struggle in the same way, and most student debt is concentrated among those with relatively greater financial security. Oh, you didn't think about that, did you? Capping the relief each borrower receives doesn't change how top-heavy the policy is. According to the Urban Institute, Biden's plan to cancel $10,000 of debt per borrower would cost the federal government $369 billion. Psh, no big deal. Of that amount, $314 billion, 85% would go to Americans above the lowest income quintile. Senator Schumer's idea of $50,000 of forgiveness per borrower would cost $961 billion, about $829 billion. That's 86% of which the lowest income quintile will not see. In short, what they're saying is that the relief isn't targeted. So guess who's getting the relief? People who can afford to not only pay it, but the low-income quintile isn't going to see any benefit from this. They're not the ones that are taking out these large loans. Who's taking out the loans? So if you're trying to make this sound like it's individuals who have this heavy student loan debt burden, who can't afford it, who are in low-income situations, they're not. There's a lot to be said about that. There's a lot to be said about how, in this story, about $1.6 trillion worth of student loan debt gone, how there are parts to the story that you're not allowed to talk about. There are parts of the story that you're not allowed to hear about. You ever go try to buy a book? If you're a college student, you ever go try to buy a book? Do you remember the days when you would go to used bookstores? I don't know, do they still have used bookstores? I think they do, right? In colleges? I mean, that was the big thing. You never bought a college book that you needed for your class brand new. You would go to a used bookstore. You would go to the college used bookstore and you would find one discounted as much as you possibly could. Although the books were astronomical in their price.
I don't think that's a thing because a lot of professors, I could be wrong about this, okay? So
yeah.
I don't know.
I might be behind the times as well.
I've heard that in most cases, you have to have a brand new book because they change every year now or something.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Some individuals who decided to check out some of the data, some of the numbers, demographers, different people doing that, examine data. This person is a demographer, but they take data and kind of crunch the numbers. If you look at recreational books and the cost of a recreational book over the past 15 years, the numbers, the costs are slowly going down. The cost of recreational books. The cost of a textbook for any school or college is going through the roof. It looks like it's L-shaped. If you're watching me on drewsteele.com, you see what I'm talking about. I'm opposite. It would be this way. It's L-shaped. Textbooks are going through the roof. And why are they going through the roof? Because it doesn't make a difference what the cost is. The federal government's paying for it. Washington guarantees it. Don't you worry about it. Healthcare, books and college costs. If you don't know what the cost is and somebody else is paying for it, why do you even care what it costs? You don't. Cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching. 239-479-5592. I'm looking at the time. We got to take a break. You ready to take a break? All right. We got Walrus and Cape Coral. We have Dave in Naples. We've got a couple of other lines open if you want to call 239-479-5592. Oh, wait till you hear this Jen Psaki audio from yesterday. The White House press corps getting together with their favorite White House press secretary. And hey, guess what? They're pre-screening the questions to see what the press is going to ask. You think they had that luxury with Trump? Yeah. All right, we'll talk about that coming up. Stay break 92.5 Fox News right all along. Oh, by the way, drewsteele.com if you want to watch. Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio as well. Sabrina Katz has your traffic.
The crash in North Fort Myers at Pine Island in US 41 isn't causing a major backup, but traffic is slowing a touch if you are heading southbound on 41 starting from Diplomat. If you're looking for the alternate, just stick to Business 41. Also in Cape Coral, normal delays beginning on that Midpoint Bridge heading into Fort Myers. Also slowdowns on Daniels Parkway heading west of Treeline to I-75 and northbound delays on Three Oaks heading north of Corkscrew Road. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, an unseasonably cool forecast across Southwest Florida, especially with that wind adding on to the chill. Morning clouds giving way to afternoon sunshine as temperatures will be only topping out in the upper 50s and lower 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Democrat versus Democrat. Last week, New York's Democrat Attorney General Letitia James issued a scathing report on how the governor, Andrew Cuomo, mishandled the coronavirus. It was a blockbuster. The Department of Health undercounted virus fatalities in nursing homes by 50%. The reason's obvious. They had to hide Cuomo's nursing home COVID scandal. His executive orders had forced nursing homes to accept COVID patients, and many elderly residents subsequently died of the illness. Now, he could have sent sick people to the nearly empty makeshift hospitals the Trump administration set up, but he didn't. Now, one of Cuomo's most vocal critics is Fox News meteorologist Janice Dean, who lost both of her in-laws to COVID in New York nursing homes. Janice Dean recently reported she warned to watch her back after criticizing the governor. She says that she was smeared by the governor's spokespeople and told that she was part of a death cult for hounding Cuomo. She slams the media for fawning over Cuomo, while the virus was taking more lives in New York than Hurricane Katrina and 9/11 combined. She wants a full investigation into New York's nursing home massacre. And so do most Americans who want a full investigation into all of the COVID political games. But Democrats and the drive-by media allies, they'll do anything in their power to thwart any accounting. Last year, there was a victim of identity theft every 3 seconds. That means a cyber bad guy could be selling your personal info on the dark web without you even knowing it. That's just one form of identity theft. Now, you might miss certain threats to your identity by just relying on bank statements or monitoring your credit. The solution? LifeLock identity theft protection. LifeLock sees certain threats that you could miss on your own. Plus, if you become a victim of identity theft, a U.S.-based identity restoration specialist will help you fix your problems. Of course, no one can prevent all identity theft or monitor all transactions at all businesses, but LifeLock can help protect your personal information. Save up to 25% off your first year at LifeLock.com using the promo code RUSH. Just go to LifeLock.com or call 800-440-4833 and enter the promo code RUSH. Promo code RUSH for 25% off.
Does market turbulence and economic turmoil have you worried about your retirement nest egg? I'm Alfie Townsend. Learn how to navigate these uncertain times. Tune in to Saving the Investor radio show every Saturday at 9 a.m. or visit us at savingtheinvestor.com.
We're honest and true, and we're here to serve you. The National Exterminators.
Living in Southwest Florida, we get lots of unexpected visitors, like your cousin Ernie from Poughkeepsie, whose family shows up for an extended stay.
Surprise!
But the most unwelcome of all visitors are the bugs and pests who want to make your house their home. And that's where National Exterminators comes in. Things like termites and rodents can cause extensive damage, but National Exterminators is a great way to protect your investment. They've been locally owned for over 40 years, so they know what it takes to keep the Southwest Florida pests at bay. With service plans priced at $46. So call 239-46-NO-BUG and let National Exterminators get rid of your unexpected visitors. As for Cousin Ernie, unfortunately, you're on your own there. Call 239-46-NO-BUG or visit pestcontrolmadeeasy.com.
National Exterminators.
Restrictions may apply.
I cannot tell you how awesome it is when my family comes over and I say, you're going to get great tasting water straight from your faucet. I'm telling you, it's great on your skin, your hair, and your appliances. Think of what your water's doing now. Well, you should call now for your free multi-point Pentair water test. And I'm telling you, you're going to love the way your water tastes with your new Pentair water system. Every faucet in your house, it's the coolest thing ever. And there's a big difference when you call a Pentair water specialist. When you give Max a call at Pentair, trained, uniformed experts in our city and well water, that's a big deal, right? With their mobile showroom, you're wondering what you're going to get. A wide range of water treatment options, and you can see them in front of you. They install your new Pentair water system for you, and the big news right now is Pentair has a new Easy Flow under-counter filtration system. It is certified to reduce 99% of lead. Call now for your free water test, and right now save 15% on your whole home water system like I have in my house. With Pentair, never any sales pressure, so call them 239-880-7799 or book online at PelicanWestFL.com.
Minutes still matter when it comes to medical emergencies. In some cases, fast care can be life-saving, especially for heart attacks and strokes. So don't delay or be afraid to get help if you need it. Physicians Regional Healthcare System is safe and ready to care for you with limited entry points, screening for everyone, deep cleaning, and social distancing. We're taking extra precautions to help keep you safe. Don't put off emergency care. Visit ercarephysiciansregional.com or call 911 in an emergency.
Again, I'm Dave Anthony, Fox News. Today's focus, immigration. Fox's Rachel Sutherland details his plans live.
Dave, President Biden will announce a task force to reunite families separated at the southern border, led by Alejandro Mayorkas, who's expected to be confirmed as Homeland Security Secretary today. Also watch for actions directing reviews of Trump-era immigration policies, including the Migrant Protection Protocols program, requiring asylum seekers to remain in Mexico while waiting for their cases to be heard. Another action will order a review of a rule that allowed authorities to deny green cards to people more likely to rely on public assistance. Dave?
Rachel, the president's already taken action to stop funding border wall construction and he paused deportations, though that was challenged in court. Last night, 10 Republican senators went to the White House.
We did not expect going in that we would make a deal. That's not what we went there for.
Senator Mike Round says President Biden listened to their concerns about his $1.9 trillion Corona financial aid package. They only want to spend about a third of that.
It's not going to be easy. Clearly, there's folks out there that would love to spend a huge amount of money.
Democrats say there's a need for bold action for Americans, businesses, and state and local governments and plan to move forward using a budget reconciliation bill that could pass with no Republican support. There's a big dig out across the Northeast from a nasty snowstorm that's already dumped 2 feet in some places.
And it's not letting up.
That's Julianne Lima with Boston 25 at a gas station in Andover, Massachusetts.
A lot of plow drivers pulling in here. We have a couple parked here. They have their work cut out from them. They've been working nonstop for hours now, and the roads are still completely snow covered. We've spoken to a bunch of them this morning. They say they just can't keep up with these conditions.
In Pennsylvania, a woman with Alzheimer's ventured out in the storm, died of hypothermia. Later this hour in Punxsutawney, the groundhog will emerge and forecast the weather. Legend has it, if he sees his shadow, 6 more weeks of winter. America's listening to Fox News.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 7 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
This update is presented by Lee Auto Group. Find your perfect vehicle at lee-cars.com.
Wink News traffic.
The crash in North Fort Myers at Pine Island in US 41 isn't causing a major backup, but traffic is slowing a touch if you are heading southbound on 41 starting from Diplomat. If you're looking for the alternate, just stick to Business 41. Also in Cape Coral, normal delays beginning on that Midpoint Bridge heading into Fort Myers. Also slowdowns on Daniels Parkway heading west of Treeline to I-75. And northbound delays on Three Oaks heading north of Corkscrew Road. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for a chilly day across southwest Florida because of our cool weather and wind adding on to the chill. Highs for today only in the upper 50s and lower 60s as morning clouds will eventually give way to afternoon sunshine. 30s and 40s for your Wednesday morning. Bundle up. Highs only in the 60s with a full day of sunshine. We're back in the 30s and 40s for your Thursday morning, and then a gradual warming trend towards the weekend. But it does come with a cost. I do expect an opportunity for some rain with our next cold front and storm system, especially on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
When your liberal relatives from up north come for a month, turn up 92.5 Fox News in the house, in the car, and on the radio at the beach. 92.5 Fox News. Run all along.
Hi, I'm Kyle Lee with Lee Auto Group. We sell more low-mileage cars and trucks than anyone in Southwest Florida because we have more. Over 300 vehicles in stock with locations in Fort Myers and Tampa. See for yourself at lee-cars.com.
Lee Auto Group is looking for quality pre-owned vehicles. Let them make your buying or selling experience easy and safe. Contact Lee Auto Group at 239-288-7374 or visit lee-cars.com.
Don't forget the dash.
One of the things with running is I want to enjoy the run, but I never made it very far because the arches in my feet just killed me. So when I got to the end of my rope and I said I have to do something to get rid of the pain, and a couple people recommended the Good Feet store to me. I loved how I could go in and get a free personalized arch support fitting. They put that time, that work, that effort into helping you find the right arch supports. And you can walk around this store with these in your shoes and try them out before you purchase them. So after I got my arch supports, the arches on my feet stopped hurting and the pain instantly, literally instantly went away. So if you have pain, go. Find a Good Feet store and go. And there is an answer. Find the simple solution that will get rid of your pain. I'm Rondi, and that's my Good Feet story.
See how Good Feet arch supports work for you before you buy with a free fitting and test walk at the Good Feet store.
Call 552-FEET or visit us in Naples or our newest store in Fort Myers.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish, forsaking all others?
I do.
I do.
And now, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you roommates. Go forth and...
That's not the vow you took. But if struggles with CPAP have you and your spouse sleeping in separate rooms, growing apart, and feeling more like roommates than loving partners, it might be time to look into Inspire. Inspire is the only FDA-approved sleep apnea treatment that works inside the body with just the click of a remote. That's right, just a button. There is no mask or hose and no need to sleep in separate rooms. If you are struggling with CPAP, great sleep awaits at inspiresleep.com. That's inspiresleep.com. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation. No mask, no hose, just sleep.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you. Review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
All tyranny needs to gain a foothold is for people of good conscience to remain silent. These days, a statement like that might get you banned from Twitter. Who said it? That radical Thomas Jefferson. I'm Lori Roman, president of the American Constitutional Rights Union, and this is a Live Free Minute. After more than 200 years of enjoying free speech, the current cancel culture has Americans fearful of expressing themselves. The First Amendment to the Constitution was written to stop the government from infringing on the God-given right of every American to express their views. We pledge that we will not remain silent. Please join ACRU in standing up against cancel culture, because without free speech, we can't live free. This Live Free Minute is brought to you by American Constitutional Rights Union, a national nonprofit organization in Naples, Florida. If you'd like to learn more about our work, visit livefreeminute.org. livefreeminute.org.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steve.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Look at you. You're looking great. You really do look good. You're losing weight. You look tan. 239-479. I know that was weird. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. We're going to get to your calls in just a second. If you want to watch streaming live, if you want to watch on your smartphone, your dumb phone, on your device, your Android, your iPad, whatever it is, go to drewsteele.com. Steele has 3 E's, DREWSTEELE. If you go to the website, it is set up so that you can use it like an app. And it's very convenient, I believe. I think Jake did a very nice job of slapping together a simple page with not a lot of graphics and stuff, just so that when you click on it, it just works. Good for you, Jake. It's that is something you're stepping up. Like you did something, and you made something simple that works.
Thanks, man.
No, and I mean that sincerely. As you're eating your what is your Slim Jim for breakfast? You can't see it, but there he is. If you're watching, there's this Slim Jim for breakfast. My stomach hurts. I'm in pain just watching you eat that thing. I know that you don't have many choices. I know. There's a kitchen filled with food. Seriously, there's a kitchen here filled with different things, and that's the one item you pick. All right. Today is the Groundhog Day festivities, right, in Pennsylvania. Punxsutawney Phil, we get to find out whether or not, well, you don't have to ask, right? I mean, just look at all the snow that's coming. Here's an interesting question, and nobody's been able to answer this for me yet. Does Punxsutawney Phil factor in climate change? I mean, how do we even trust Punxsutawney Phil anymore at all? Like, what's the use? It's almost, I'm not suggesting you should eat groundhogs, but what's basically the use of Punxsutawney Phil now if he doesn't incorporate climate change into the equation? Is there a way we can get John Kerry on this? Can we get somebody, one of the climate advisors on this? Somebody that can get over there that's an expert, anybody. Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez.
I am not the expert.
Wait, what was that?
I am not the expert.
Okay, never mind. So, yeah, we're going to find out whether or not we see a shadow in that whole thing. And there you go, as the Northeast is trying to dig out of a major snowstorm that clearly was caused by climate change because it never snows in the Northeast in January. It's cold here. We know about that. I was watching some of the news stories locally, watching about the homeless here in Southwest Florida. And there's always a concern about, I just wanted to touch on this. I don't want to get too deep into this. But, you see the homeless here in Southwest Florida. You hate to see that is happening. You see more and more people that are living in areas around Southwest Florida. The discussion was in Fort Myers, how they're gravitating towards a park near the hospital. The city is working on a solution, other areas in Naples. And I'll tell you why I'm concerned about this. And I've got to talk to our local officials to find out, even the city, and find out what they're working on as a solution. Because in the story itself, and what others have told me, and what I know from my own experience is this. How often do people ask these homeless individuals who we're trying to help whether or not they want the help? And I know it sounds harsh, it sounds critical, and I'm not trying to be that way. But when I was in Utah, in Salt Lake City, for a year, 2016 to 2017, one of the biggest, if not the biggest issue in the city of Salt Lake, which is San Francisco East, I'm telling you, as liberal can be, the biggest problem that they had was the homeless problem. A ginormous homeless issue where they decided that there was going to be a central location where the homeless were going to be, that they were going to set it up for them. And what it became was a den for drug use and sales and sexual predators and human trafficking. I mean, it became an absolute disaster, horrible, to the point where they weren't sure what to do. Still, they're not sure what to do. When I got there, they decided that the way to make this work was to disperse the thousands of homeless that were in the city of Salt Lake into communities all across the city without telling anybody, was closing the central location and then spreading them all out to residential communities. And as a lottery was saying, guess what? You get homeless, you get the homeless, you get the home, and not talking to the people in the communities whether or not they were prepared for it, or even if they knew about it, they just did it. It was an awkward situation, to say the least. But the one thing that I brought up to those individuals there in the city was, how many times have you even talked to these individuals to find out what their story is? What are their needs? Is there an issue of mental instability? Is there an issue of they just don't have the money and they've been tossed out onto the streets and there's no place else to go? Is there even a consideration by you to help them? And nobody bothered to talk to these individuals to find out who they are and what their story was. And if you're not willing to do that, then you might be surprised who they are and why they're out there and how this is the lifestyle that they are choosing, that they don't want the help. Now, that's not everybody. I'm not suggesting that it's across the board, but even part of this story that I was listening to this morning was that when they did talk to some of the homeless or the city, I guess city representatives that were working on this issue, they come to find out that there were only 2 or 3 that even were willing to take up the city to be helped to find some other place to be. They don't want to be anywhere else but where they are. They don't want to be taken away from that. And then we have to ask why. And is it a choice? Or are these individuals in need of something more? Like, are there physical problems that need to be handled? Are there mental issues that need to be taken care of? Can we dig in a little deeper? And in a place like Salt Lake, they were not able, they had no desire to do it. And all I'm suggesting is that one of the things that has to be done, in my humble opinion, when we talk about the homeless in Fort Myers and the homeless in Naples, is you've got to talk to these individuals and find out what their story is. Find out why they are there. And then don't be surprised when you find out that they don't want to hear from you. They don't want to talk to you. They just want what they want. They want this life. They want this lifestyle. This is where they want to be. They want to be wherever they want to be. And they don't want you telling them that they can't be. But you've got to talk to them. And you have to find out who they are. And why they're here, where they're from, and their background. And it's the right thing to do. It's the right thing to do. Because sometimes the need is that as well. It's not just the giving of and the helping of finding locations and food, and that is all awesome. I'm not saying that that's a bad thing. But you need to know who they are and their needs. 239-479-5592. All right, some of these stories, why don't we just take a break right now? I'm sorry that wasn't, it just popped up on my feed, and it was just something I wanted to get out there. Oh, all right, well, why don't we go to some of the calls, and then we'll go to break. How about that? Because there are people that are holding patiently. Walrus has been holding through the break in Cape Coral. Walrus, I have no idea what you want to talk about, so the forum is yours. Go.
Okay, well, you were talking about Governor Mario Light up in New York before.
Yeah.
What a moron! The thing did you hear the bit by Rush Limbaugh? He referred to New York's killing of all those elderly people in the nursing home as Cuomo's massacre, and I think that we need to start using things like that, because that's exactly what it was. He used a virus, but he got rid of a lot of people.
And I see what you're trying. I see what you're trying to say. What you're saying is that it is a horrific situation, and what some would say is inflammatory language is actually real, and for some the language to use because it's that serious and that severe. And the dynamic here is pretty simple, Oros. If you're going to have people that are going to talk like that, you know that you're going to get pushback from the media, from the left, from Democrats, all the same in the country, who once you use that kind of rhetoric, once you use that language, they're going to look at it as something that's inflammatory. They're going to talk you down. They're going to start to demonize you for even suggesting that. And it makes it harder for you to make your point, because then they start to gaslight how evil you are and how you voted for Trump and you're an insurrectionist. And the next thing you know, that's what this whole cycle becomes, as opposed to the issue at hand. But yeah, you're right. This has to be talked about and thanks for the call, I appreciate it, in the harshest of terms, because that's what the sending back of COVID positive patients into nursing homes is exactly what they did in New York. And somehow he's lauded as someone who's a leader in leadership and books and all of these things, and then denying it and talking about, what was it? He had his Hillary Clinton moment where, what difference point does it make moment? It's the Fed's fault. It's everybody else's fault, right? It's
what difference at this point does it make?
Yeah, they died, right?
New York State, we're only about 28% only. But we're below the national average in number of deaths in nursing homes. But who cares? 33, 28, died in a hospital, died in a nursing home. They died.
Yeah, they died. And who cares? Maybe the families of those individuals, maybe the people, the 9 people that left from the Department of Health because they didn't want to have anything more to do with this governor in New York because of the policies that he put in place, the destructive policies that they know about. Just got to keep talking about it and keep bringing it up. No doubt. And the sad part about it is, flat out, the saddest part is that Democrats, ends justify the means. Doesn't matter what he said. Doesn't matter what he meant by that. Doesn't matter that it even happened. They're going to dismiss it, and they're going to say that there's nothing to see here, move along, because the policies of the governor are the ones that they want. They want socialism. They want the left to succeed in a one-party state like New York. And if a couple of people died, like he said, so what? You may think that's harsh, and you may think that is something that I shouldn't be saying, but how else do you explain it? Why is it okay? Why is it that the left in the state of New York is not going after him and deciding that maybe there's somebody else that we should have in charge who would be more responsible and not say things like that? 239-479-5592. Hey, you can watch drewsteele.com, the website. Steele has 3 E's. Go to drewsteele.com. You can watch on your smartphone. You can watch on your mobile device and even your computer. And then, of course, if you go to Facebook, facebook.com/DrewSteele Radio. Yeah, we're still on YouTube. You can go wherever you want. At Drew Steele Radio as well. Hey, big news on where we're going to be on Friday. We're going to be live at Seed to Table in Naples on Friday, 6 to 9 a.m. Broadcasting live. They're going to open at 6 a.m. so that you can join us early and grab coffee and breakfast. Please show up, Livingston and Immokalee, right there in Naples. Watch the show. This show, Daybreak, will be live on Friday from Oaks Farm, Seed to Table. Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
The crash in Collier at Magnolia Pond Drive in 951 is slowing traffic northbound on 951 starting from the interstate. Also delays on Immokalee Road. We are congested heading east of Logan. And we're slow on 3 Oaks southbound to Estero Parkway. If you're heading southbound, Ben Hill as well as 41, both up to speed. There is a crash at I-75 and Palm Beach Boulevard with westbound congestion on Palm Beach. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, an unseasonably cool forecast across Southwest Florida, especially with that wind adding on to the chill. Morning clouds giving way to afternoon sunshine, as temperatures will be only topping out in the upper 50s and lower 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
The antidote to the anti-conservatives. 92.5 Fox News. Right all along.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. The electrical panel is the heart of your home's electrical system. Malfunctions can lead to hazards like fire or power outages, leaving your home at risk or in the dark altogether. So trust our teams at Mr. Sparky to get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $200 off a panel replacement.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
There is nothing that changes as much as tax law. After all, there have been tax changes, stimulus dollars, changes on the changes, but they're all meant to put more money in your pocket. Don't make a mistake that could cost you thousands. Let EG Tax be your tax interpreter and guide. Come join the EG Tax family at their Naples office across from Tamiami Ford. Call 239-262-2009. That's 262-2009. Or click egtax.com. That's egtax.com.
Hey, Sean here. Cathedral Roofing Innovations, the tile roof experts in Southwest Florida. They have an important message for anyone who has had these three things happen. Now, if you answer yes to all three, you have to call Cathedral Roofing Innovations today. 1, did you file any roof damage claim to your insurance company in the last 3 years? 2, do you have a tile roof? 3, did your insurance company deny your claim and only pay for a small repair? Look, I know thousands of you listened and answered yes to all three questions. Now, even if your claim was denied, there are still ways to get your new tile roof. Do not let the opportunity to increase the value of your home go by. In some cases, we're talking about $75,000 to $100,000. It's not too late. Now, all you have to do is contact Cathedral Roofing Innovations. Just go to cathedralroofingnaples.com right now to start increasing the value of your home. That's cathedralroofingnaples.com.
License number CCC 1331928.
Got water?
In your house?
What do I do now?
Call 239-936-1033.
Call Fire Service, your disaster response friend.
Not 10, not 5, or even 2.9%. Southwest Florida. In 2021, Sutherland is doing something never done before. 0% APR financing on used cars. During the exclusive 0% event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Get unprecedented 0% APR financing on used cars. Save thousands in finance charges and pay the bank no interest for your car. Shop Southwest Florida's largest used car dealer with the biggest selection of certified pre-owned Nissans, Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. Now, get 0% APR financing. Even get 0% APR financing for up to 84 months on new Nissans, like the Titan truck. Yes, 0% on new, too. Don't miss the 0% event with never offered 0% APR financing at your used car megastore. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and the all-new Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral right now. Shop online at nissansales.com or capecoralnissan.com. If it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
New Year's resolutions are hard to keep, so give your business more than resolutions. Give it solutions from Comcast Business. With fast internet, advanced Wi-Fi, powerful cybersecurity solutions, and 24/7 support, you'll have everything you need to bounce forward.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News, 239-479-5592. Again, you can watch drewsteele.com. You go to the website. Easy to watch on your smartphone, on your mobile device, on your computer. We've set it up like an app, so it works convenient for that mobile device. You can go to facebook.com/DrewSteeleRadio and watch right now. We will be at Seed to Table on Friday. Looking forward to that, 6 to 9 a.m. They're opening an hour early. Oaks Farm Seed to Table at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples, so that we can broadcast live and you can come in and enjoy a great breakfast, coffee, and more. I don't know, maybe do your shopping, whatever you got to do. But come on in and see us. It's going to be a lot of fun to be with you. Finally, getting out on the road. First Fridays, we call it. First Fridays. First Friday of every month, we'll be out. And we'll be at Seed to Table this month. Hey, when we come back, you have to hear, if you missed the audio. Did you hear the audio of Jimmy Kimmel the other day calling out Reddit investors and what he said about these Reddit investors? You know, GameStop, the whole issue, and what he called them? Where do you hear that? I mean, it's so predictable, dangerous at the same time, but predictable. So you'll get to hear this Jimmy Kimmel audio. And also, when there are some that would say, hey, we need to program or deprogram Trump supporters. Remember Katie Couric on Bill Maher's program not too long ago?
And the question is, how are we going to really almost deprogram these people who have signed up for the cult of Trump?
Yeah, so if that's you and you voted for Trump and people know that you voted for Trump and maybe even some big tech companies know that you voted for Trump, I don't know, Facebook knows, Twitter knows, Google knows. how far are they willing to go to cancel you? And then there has to be questions about the reach of big tech and what they control. I'm going to make a minor leap on the news that Ford is going to install Google's Android operating system in most cars. We'll talk about that coming up.
Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Imagine replacing your old kitchen with the kitchen of your dreams. Brand new custom-made cabinet doors. Drawer fronts, hand-finished by true craftsmen. Designer hardware, new hinges, and everything installed beautifully in less than a week, start to finish. Expensive? No. To the contrary, with refacing by Cornerstone, you'll save so much, we should really talk about your master bathroom, too. Go for wow. Go for Cornerstone.
Do you promise to love, honor, and cherish, forsaking all others?
I do.
I do.
And now, by the power vested in me, I now pronounce you roommates. Go forth.
That's not the vow you took. But if struggles with CPAP have you and your spouse sleeping in separate rooms, it might be time to look into Inspire. Inspire works inside the body with just the click of a remote. That's right, just a button. No mask, no hose, just sleep. Inspire. Sleep apnea innovation.
Talk to your doctor to see if Inspire is right for you. Review important safety information at inspiresleep.com.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
Let Naples Shutter enhance your home's beauty and increase its value. From our legendary all-wood plantation shutters made right here in Naples for over 40 years, to luxurious blinds and shades, to the unique island appeal of Bahama shutters, Naples Shutter has you covered with a lifetime guarantee and over 40,000 satisfied customers. Call 239-566-8161 today for a free estimate. That's 239-566-8161 or visit naplesshutter.com.
Being involved in a legal dispute can leave you feeling like you've lost control. I'm Eli Anajar from the law offices of Anajar and Levine. Understanding the law and the rules of evidence can mean the difference between winning or losing your case. If you are involved in a legal dispute and are not sure of your options, call the law offices of Anajar and Levine at 1-800-747-FREE. That's 1-800-747-3733 for a free consultation. And take back control of your life.
Offices Fort Myers and Naples.
Where can you shop for your Valentine and you don't have to know her size, you don't have to spend a fortune, and your gift is sure to please? Naples Soap Company, of course. They've got everything you need for a romantic and cozy Valentine's Day right at home. Luxurious body butters, bath bombs, body oils, candles, and more. Hit a home run this Valentine's Day with one of their pre-wrapped gift sets. Shop in stores at Naples Soap Company or online at naplessoap.com.
Fox News, I'm Chris Foster.
All right. Thank you, folks. Appreciate it.
President Biden has met with a group of 10 Republican senators about their $600 billion coronavirus financial relief plan. It's about a third of what the president wants. He told them he's unwilling to settle for something insufficient, and Democratic leadership in Congress has said they'll pass a package with or without Republican support. The president signs executive orders on immigration today. There'll be a task force aimed at reuniting parents and children separated at the border. And he's asking the Supreme Court to postpone arguments over two of former President Trump's immigration policies.
The request would put off arguments scheduled for late this month and early next month on cases looking at rerouting funds to building the border wall and staging those seeking asylum in Mexico prior to their court hearings. Both are policies that President Biden, in his first days in office, halted through executive action.
Fox's Gernal Scott. America's listening to Fox News.
This break is sponsored by Cornerstone Builders. Give us the opportunity to wow you.
Wink News traffic.
Crash in Collier at Magnolia Pond Drive and 951 is slowing traffic northbound on 951 starting from the interstate. Also delays on Immokalee Road. We are congested heading east of Logan. And we're slow on 3 Oaks southbound to Estero Parkway. If you're heading southbound, Ben Hill as well as 41 both up to speed. There is a crash at I-75 and Palm Beach Boulevard with westbound congestion on Palm Beach. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for a chilly day across southwest Florida because of our cool weather and wind adding on to the chill. Highs for today only in the upper 50s and lower 60s as morning clouds will eventually give way to afternoon sunshine. 30s and 40s for your Wednesday morning. Bundle up. Highs only in the 60s with a full day of sunshine. We're back in the 30s and 40s for your Thursday morning, and then a gradual warming trend towards the weekend. But it does come with a cost. I do expect an opportunity for some rain with our next cold front and storm system, especially on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
I won't give up the ship.
Talking about what matters.
This country is too great to throw over to communism. I love it.
92.5 Fox News.
Hey, it's Adam Botana again from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And when it comes to members to boat ratio, bottom line, we have the best fleet and availability at any boat club in the area. Fishing, cruising, water sports, Baywater will get you set up. Want to keep the boat overnight? Want to let the kids use the membership? At Baywater, anything is possible. This weekend, we are having our 15th anniversary open house. We'd love for you to come by, have some lunch, and check out the club. And if you join this weekend, special pricing. No dues for 3 months. Right, no dues for 3 months. Stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. One more time, that's 495-0455. Or find us online at bwboatclub.com or Google Baywater Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? They're here, but you can do more than wait for your turn. Here's how. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them, too. And masks? Well, they protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them. Wear a mask, watch your distance, and make a big difference now.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? They're here, but you can do more than wait for your turn. Here's how. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them, too. And masks? Well, they protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them. Wear a mask, watch your distance, and make a big difference now.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Finding great candidates to hire can be like, well, trying to find a needle in a haystack. But not with ZipRecruiter. Its powerful technology actively finds and invites qualified candidates to apply to your job. So while other companies might deliver a lot of hay, ZipRecruiter finds you the needle in the haystack.
See why 4 out of 5 employers who post a job on ZipRecruiter get a quality candidate within the first day. Try ZipRecruiter for free at ZipRecruiter.com/trial. That's ZipRecruiter.com/trial.
Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry is hosting our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction this Saturday, February 6th, starting at 11 a.m. in our Fort Myers gallery. Gulf Coast will be auctioning over 1,000 pieces of new high-fashion jewelry, designer jewelry, luxury timepieces, including Rolex, exquisite diamond and estate jewelry, and a huge variety of very cool collectibles. Great gifts for your Valentine at auction liquidation prices. Proceeds will go to the Bonita Bay Veterans Council, a 501c charity. First-time auction buyer, every auction item is pictured, detailed, and described on our website at GulfCoastCoin.com. Bid online or join in the fun at Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry, located on 41. Gulf Coast Coin and Jewelry are proud to help our local veterans and community with our 5th annual Valentine's for Veterans benefit auction. Join us Saturday, February 6th, or visit our website at Gulf Coast Coin to bid and make direct contribution to support our local veterans.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
All right, it's Daybreak, 92.5 Fox News. A reminder of a couple of different things. First of all, thank you for making this program the start of your day. We always appreciate that. Thank you for watching. DrewSteele.com, the website. We set it up so it's simple, straightforward. It works just like an app. You can pull us up on your phone, on your smart device, on your computer, wherever you are. You can take this show with you. DrewSteele.com. Steele has 3 E's. And also, you can go to facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio, YouTube for the time being at Drew Steele Radio if you'd like to go there. The other thing is a reminder on Friday, Seed to Table. So if you would like to join the show live, it's going to be a lot of fun. And we'll be there 6 a.m., 6 to 9. They're opening up an hour earlier so that you can be part of the program, be there to enjoy a great breakfast and grab a cup of coffee, whatever it is. Maybe you're on your way to work, you're taking the kids to school, or whatever the situation is. You want to stop by. We would love to see you. 6 to 9, Seed to Table, Oaks Farm, Seed to Table on Friday. They're at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. Here's the other thing. All right, Jake, I mentioned this to you before, and I think you'll get a kick out of this. So Jimmy Kimmel, one of the late night host geniuses that love politics and love the idea of Republicans versus Democrats, and how they want to hear both sides because that's where comedy lies. Look, you know what they are. You know what the late night hosts are. You know where they stand. All right, so here's Jimmy Kimmel trying to explain to everybody who's watching the program of the GameStop issue. So are you following this, Jake? Jimmy Kimmel cracking jokes about all different kinds of things in life. And he wanted to bring up the Reddit GameStop story. So here is Jimmy Kimmel explaining it. Listen to this.
GameStop, if you don't know, it's a video game store. And like a lot of businesses, they've been struggling because of COVID, but also because most people buy games online now. And yet, despite a sharp decline in sales, over the past 6 months, their stock price has grown by 8,000% because a bunch of amateur investors, maybe even some Russian disruptors who are part of a Reddit community called Wall Street Bets.
You didn't see that coming? You didn't see that coming. Is he right? Are they? Go ahead. Are they? Put the mic up. Go ahead, Jake. So Jimmy Kimmel is saying that the retail Reddit Wall Street Bets website we're on there are not only just, people like Jake and others, but they're Russian disruptors.
Oh, somebody's upset because they didn't get in before the boom.
They're Russians. They're Russians. It's the Russians now. Again, that's the explanation for everything. Jimmy Kimmel.
Let's just blame Russians for everything.
Well, they do. They do. Listen, what's going on even in Russia as we speak is the stories coming out of Russia are unbelievable.
Like the protests in Moscow.
Yes,
and stuff like
these
that.
protests are. What's happening right now is unbelievable. They've got these protests, the opposition there in Russia to what's going on with Vladimir Putin. And remember, you're talking about Alexei Navalny, the opposition leader there in Russia, and how they've got a court hearing and they're holding him. And this is the same person who's on a plane and, hey, I'm poisoned. Oh, and it turns out to be some nerve agent that they're saying that upon investigation came from the Russian government agencies, and that they poisoned the opposition, and people are now coming out on the streets, and they've had enough of 20 years plus of Putin rule, and they've had enough of what's going on, and they're out on the streets. But you're hearing little bits and pieces of it, but who's the bad guy? Who is it? So you're trying to make it seem as if all the bad things that are happening around the globe are this country, that we are the evil, we're the racists, white supremacists. We've got too much of that happening in the country and how awful it is. It's like, why would anybody want to cross a border to come to this country? Why would anybody illegally try to cross to come to this country? How bad it's being described by the left, by Democrats, and what they've been talking, the media. Why are they not rushing the border in Russia and trying to get in there for a better world and a better life? And why are we not hearing? But no, sorry, I digress. Got to stop talking about that stuff. 239-479-5592. So Jimmy Kimmel says the Reddit investors are Russian disruptors. So we got that this morning. What else do we have this morning? Oh, man, there was a story that, oh, here it is. This is the other thing I was touching on. Remember it as a Trump supporter, as someone who questions the election of 2020. Oh, you're not allowed to do that. They're going to take you off of social media, whatever. I talk about what I want to talk about. By the way, drewsteele.com. You can still go there for the time being if you want to watch this program. Still questions about election integrity. There are some GOP members across the country that want to talk about that as well, election integrity in certain states, and try to firm up what's happening in these states so that nobody would come along at the last minute and decide to change legally what are the rules in individual states by individuals who legally do not have that as an option, which just happened to happen in the 2020 election. But we're not allowed to talk about that because you need to be deprogrammed as a Trump supporter, right? Remember Katie Couric?
And the question is, how are we going to really almost deprogram these people who have signed up for the cult of Trump?
I got an idea. How about we do this? How about we get big tech involved? And not only do we take people off, censorship, take them off of places like Twitter and Facebook and try to get them off of platforms and being able to start businesses like Parler and be able to have places where people can go where free speech reigns. And that's what it's all about, only to be taken down, and servers on Amazon and the like not allowing for these places to be supported. But hey, if you're going to deprogram, is the next place going to be your vehicle? Is that coming up? Well, I'm not suggesting it's going to be. I'm just saying that we find out that Google and Ford have signed a deal under which the Android operating system is going to be installed in most of the U.S. car makers' vehicles, and the latest sign of technology companies' interest in the automotive sector. Now, I'm not suggesting that one way to deprogram, well, no, you wouldn't deprogram a car. Hey, I bought this vehicle. I'm supposed to get 35 miles to the gallon, and it's only getting 15 miles. What's going on here? Not suggesting that, they find out you're a Trump supporter, and next thing you know, your car's like, it's like backfiring. No, I thought that was fascinating. They're going to put Android operating system in some of the cars. I mean, they wouldn't do that, right? That wouldn't happen. I know it's conspiracy theory. Now I can't even say things like this because now I'm just causing trouble. Now just by saying things like that, that is just, man, talk about hyperbolic statements and how dare you do that. And nobody would ever do things like that. It's outrageous. I know. I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm feisty this morning. I told you. I was talking to family members in New York who were all upset that I live in Florida and they're in New York and they're having to dig out the snow and they're mad, so they're screaming at me all day yesterday. Like I've got something to do with it. Ask Puxatawny Phil today what he thinks. I hope he's introduced climate change models into his predictions. The shadow thing. I mean, that's probably something that has to come up. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line, streaming live, drewsteele.com if you want to watch. Hey, by the way, Facebook has done something very interesting. They have this independent oversight board. It's made some interesting decisions lately, and most of them have been going against Facebook. Did you know that? Did you know this, Jake? Did you know that their oversight board has ruled against the social media giant on a couple of occasions? Here's one, the dreaded word. The H word. Remember the H word that we're not allowed to talk about? Otherwise, they'll shut us down. Like, I'm even afraid to say this because I'm not sure that we can say this over a microphone, over the airwaves, and a word that we can utter even on drewsteele.com if you're watching, or if you're watching on Facebook or YouTube. I mean, I don't even know if I could say this word, so I'm going to try it, and we'll see whether or not we remain on the air. You ready? It has to do with hydroxychloroquine. Oh, wait. Still there? Wait, let's see if the microphone's working properly after saying that word. Just want it's going. Go ahead. I just want just Jake is getting no. Sorry, I used to like doing that as a kid. Mom, I can't hear you on the phone. I know I'm staying out late, but sounds like the phone's breaking up. I promised that. Okay.
Yeah, I was never good at that.
Yeah, I'm not either. Facebook's independent oversight board has ruled against the social media giant's decision to remove an October 2020 post touting hydroxychloroquine, the anti-malarial, which Democrats and their media surrogates were cautiously optimistic about. Really? Until former President Trump promoted it. Then they weren't optimistic about it. They were off the Trump train, as it were. October 2020, they had a video and a post about a Facebook group in France that was saying, listen, in France, they're not even talking about this. They refuse to authorize hydroxychloroquine combined with the azithromycin to use against COVID-19, but authorized and promoted remdesivir instead. And anybody who was mentioning hydroxychloroquine, no, you can't talk about it. Well, turns out that this oversight board said, yeah, you shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have taken that down. The oversight board noted that the user's post did not encourage people to take it without a prescription, was instead opposing a governmental policy and aimed to change that policy. Facebook failed to satisfactorily explain why it removed the post and that their misinformation and imminent harm rule is too vague. Now, that takes us obviously to the one thing that is going to be overlooked, not going to be talked about, is going to be dismissed, and it's this. When you get back to the therapies, because, we're told that if we wear 10 masks over our face, that we won't get the virus. The more masks you wear, the better. If we wear 10 masks, heck, you won't be able to breathe. You'll probably pass out, but hey, you won't get the vid. That all the therapeutics that were discussed early on and even last year, that we come to find out, hey, maybe we should have talked about hydroxychloroquine and maybe there have been some trials that have been done and have showed that hydroxychloroquine, that when you take it early, it reduces mortality. Oh, yeah, the American Journal of Medicine decided that was the case. When started earlier in the hospital course for progressively longer durations and in outpatients, antimalarials may reduce the progression of disease, prevent hospitalization, or associated with reduced mortality. That's the American Journal of Medicine. That's not my words. More studies have been out there, fewer hospitalizations in patients who took it. But of course, we're not allowed to say that. Hey, thanks to the oversight board who said, well, that shouldn't have been removed from Facebook in the past. And then you ask yourself again the overarching question, which is this. We pray that because of some of the policies and some of the political angst against former presidents, that lives were not lost because therapeutics were not used because they were supported by somebody who individuals hated, despised, reviled. That would be awful. And let's just pray that that wasn't the case. Let's pray that lives were not lost because of where politically people stood. And how when Facebook decided to take down posts about it, that didn't help to feed into the problem. I mean, we're all in this together, right? We all want the data on masks, right? We all want to know that when we go to Southwest Florida International Airport and Page Field starting today, and we all have to mask up, and it's mandatory. We got rules now. You got the federal government says you got to do it. If you don't do it, there's going to be some harsh penalties. Nobody's going to question the constitutionality of that. Well, they may end up doing it. And certainly that should be discussed, but when we're told that you've got to have a mask, and then there are people that say, well, hold on, I got a study right here from the Lancet about face masks versus no face mask and preventing viral respiratory infections, a randomized open trial, and we come to find out that the use does not prevent clinical or laboratory confirmed viral respiratory infections. Then I've got this here from the Lancet, but I'm not allowed to talk about that or even say it or show it because, I mean, we should be able to talk. That's what I'm saying. 239-479-5592. All right, let's do this, Jake, right now. Come on. Let's play Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. We do this each and every day. It's fun, and it's a valuable civics lesson. It's a valuable lesson on politics. Be the smartest person on your phone, or in your room, or in your house, or wherever you are, among your friends, students in schools. This is where you find your civics lessons if you can't find it anywhere else. Drew's College of Political Knowledge. Caller number 5 right now at 239-479-5592. We'll play it next on Daybreak 92.5 Fox News, right all along with traffic. Here's Sabrina Katz.
The crash at 951 and Lilly Cultural Parkway is slowing traffic southbound on 951. Also, we are backed up on Corkscrew if you're heading this way, especially out of Bellaterra. We're slow for about 2 miles to the interstate. Average speed is only 9 miles per hour. Same deal on Daniels Extension heading out of Lehigh Acres to Gateway Boulevard. Now, I-75 is up to speed if you're heading to and from Lee and Collier. That's some great news for your morning commute, but slow on that Midpoint Bridge into Fort Myers. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, an unseasonably cool forecast across Southwest Florida, especially with that wind adding on to the chill. Morning clouds giving way to afternoon sunshine, as temperatures will be only topping out in the upper 50s and lower 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Dial star 2020. Friends, I care.
Trey Radel, your host of The Drive here. I'm going to talk to you about LASIK and Botox. That's right. I want to tell you about my buddy, Dr. France, and his team at France Eye Care and also the France Cosmetic Center. Here's the deal. Right now through February 28th, France Eye Care is offering $1,000 off of bilateral LASIK. Dr. France and his team did my LASIK procedure. It changed my life. It was amazing. I was blind. I'd have to hold my phone or book about an inch from my face. They're also doing Botox. Haven't had Botox yet from Dr. France and his team at the France Cosmetic Center, but maybe someday. We'll see. See more clearly with $1,000 off of bilateral LASIK. Enjoy a Botox touch-up for a discounted rate also at the France Cosmetic Center. Scheduled today with both the Eye Care Center and Cosmetic Center. Star 2020 from your mobile phone.
Friends, I care.
You probably know Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano for car accidents and other personal injury matters. But did you know they have attorneys who specialize in many other areas of the law? Whether you're in need of creating or updating your will and testament, or need advice about divorce or child custody, they have an attorney for you. And unlike the all-too-familiar competitors, at Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, you'll be meeting directly with the attorney handling your matter, not some coordinator or case manager looking to increase their numbers. Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano. They've been serving you for over 35 years. Have a family law question? Are you seeking a divorce or have child custody issues you need resolved? Do you need assistance with dividing property? At Lusk, Dre Sites, and Talisano, their attorneys can walk you through this difficult process as the needed advocate to protect your legal rights. They've been here for you in the past, they're here today, and will be here for you tomorrow. LDTlaw.com. Offices Cape Coral, Fort Myers, Naples.
Water everywhere. You can't swim in it, you can't stand drinking it. Heck, it's so bad it's on the news every day. Hi, I'm Rob Hill from Bob Hill Plumbing. We've invested over 66 years here in Naples, bringing you clean, drinkable water for your home or condo. We realize we can't fix the water problems everywhere, but we can definitely clean up the water inside your home. Our government does their best to deliver safe water for use. But wow, who wants chlorinated yellow water at every faucet? Let us install a Halo home filtration system and remove all the bad taste, color, and odor from your water. Halo removes 99% of all chlorine, ammonia, and all the bad-tasting chemicals in our municipal water system. Call Bob Hill Plumbing today and let us install a Halo water system in your home so you can once again enjoy clean, bottle-quality water at every faucet. Bob Hill Plumbing. Let me be your plumbing guy.
To schedule service, call Bob Hill Plumbing at 262-6119 or bobhillplumbing.com.
Drew's College of Political Knowledge is presented by France Eye Care. Better vision, better life.
Attention, class. It's time for Drew's College of Political Knowledge.
It's Drew's College.
All right, let's see. Let's take line 7. Amy's in Naples.
Yeah, beautiful Naples.
It is beautiful. Good morning, Amy.
Good morning. How you doing, Drew?
I'm good. It's Drew's College of Political Knowledge. 4 questions on politics. The more you get right, the higher the degree. We'll see if you earn a PhD. Your associate's degree question starts right now.
Okay.
Amy, can you name one of our United States senators here in the state of Florida? Just one.
Starts with R. Rookie?
Can we accept Rookie or Ruby?
Ruby.
Yeah, Jake says sure. Why not? Rubio. There's an O right there as well. So Rubio.
Oh yeah, like Biden.
Like Biden. Yes, exactly. That's okay. All right. All right, so you got an associate. Yep, moving on. You got an associate. So let's see, you got a bachelor's on this question. Hey, do you know where the Statue of Liberty is located?
New York Harbor.
Yeah, that's right. It's in New York Harbor. That is correct. All right, you got a bachelor's. We'll see if you get a master's degree on this question. Can you name 2, not one, but 2 wars that were fought by the United States in the 1800s? 2 wars.
1800s. Oh, World War II and Vietnam.
No, it would be those. That was the 1900s. So we were looking for the 1800s. Yeah.
1800s. Okay.
Yeah.
The Spanish-American War and
World
War I.
Well, wait a minute. Well, you got it wrong, so we can't go back. But that's okay. Hey, save it for next time. You never know. I might ask it again. So yeah.
What are the 2 wars?
I can name 4 of them, though. War of 1812, Mexican-American War, Civil War, Spanish-American War. See, you can tuck those in and remember them for next time.
I can just ask you any questions. You know them.
You can ask me anything you want. All right. All right.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
We'll see about later.
Yeah, let's not. All right. Now let's do this for your master's degree. Here you go. Do you know who the Chief Justice of the United States is right now? Supreme Court. The Chief Justice of this U.S. Supreme Court.
Nancy Pelosi?
Nope, it's not. It's Chief John Roberts. Chief Justice Roberts. Yeah.
Oh, who's Nancy Pelosi? She was up there.
She's up there. She's there on Capitol Hill doing stuff.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh,
she's Speaker of the House.
Oh, Speaker of the House. Thank you. Okay.
No worries. Hey, you did well, though. You got a bachelor's today. So,
ooh.
And so that is very impressive. So congratulations today. I'm glad you played with us here today.
I'm glad I did, too.
Well, good. Well, it's always good to hear from you. There you go. There goes Amy in Naples. And hopefully you did well today on Drew's College. All right, coming up. A lot of people asking about Jen Psaki and what she said yesterday. Listen, it's not just about the White House press corps and the White House getting together to coordinate questions and stuff. It's worse than that. Wait till you hear it coming up.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
There is nothing that changes as much as tax law. After all, there have been tax changes, stimulus dollars, changes on the changes, but they're all meant to put more money in your pocket. Don't make a mistake that could cost you thousands. Let EG Tax be your tax interpreter and guide. Come join the EG Tax family at their Naples office across from Tamiami Ford. Call 239-262-2009. That's 262-2009. Or click egtax.com. That's egtax.com.
President Biden will issue 3 more executive orders on immigration.
Create a task force to reunify families, develop a strategy to address irregular migration, create a humane asylum system, and a comprehensive 3-part plan for safe, lawful, and orderly migration. Now, these actions follow a series of orders that already roll back many of the key Trump administration policies, like halting border wall construction.
Fox's Griff Jenkins. Last night, the president met with 10 Republican senators, including Mike Rounds, who told Fox.
I came away thinking, there's hope to try to find something in the future, but it's not going to be easy.
They were urging the president to reconsider his $1.9 trillion Corona financial aid plan. Republicans want to spend just a third of that.
Democrats in Congress are setting up a budget procedure that would allow a COVID relief bill be approved with simple majorities and without the need for Republican support.
Fox's Jared Halpern. A big snowstorm isn't done dumping on the Northeast.
Still going to get the potential from snow in and around the Northeast area, including New York City, not ruling out a burst of snow later on today. 30 inches in New Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Fox meteorologist Janice Dean. A short time ago, we turned all the weather forecasting over to a rodent. Fox's Tanya J. Powers has more live.
Dave, snow fell on Punxsutawney Phil, who was pulled from his burrow at Gobbler's Knob less than an hour ago to make his 135th prediction.
When I turn to see, there's a perfect shadow cast of me. 6 more weeks of winter there will be.
The applause was recorded. No crowds due to the pandemic. It was live streamed. So one of the members of the Groundhog's Inner Circle shared the message. He said Phil had told him earlier in the day that after winter, we'll have one of the, quote, most beautiful springs we've ever seen. I'm on board with that, Dave.
Me too. America's listening to Fox News.
92.5 WFSX Estero. It's 8 o'clock on Southwest Florida's news and talk station, 92.5 Fox News.
Wink News traffic.
The crash at 951 and Lely Cultural Parkway is slowing traffic southbound on 951. Also, we are backed up on Corkscrew if you're heading this way, especially out of Bellaterra. We're slow for about 2 miles to the interstate. Average speed is only 9 miles per hour. Same deal on Daniels Extension heading out of Lehigh Acres to Gateway Boulevard. Now, I-75 is up to speed if you're heading to and from Lee and Collier. That's some great news for your morning commute, but slow on that Midway Bridge into Fort Myers. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for a chilly day across Southwest Florida because of our cool weather and wind adding on to the chill. Highs for today only in the upper 50s and lower 60s as morning clouds will eventually give way to afternoon sunshine. 30s and 40s for your Wednesday morning. Bundle up. Highs only in the 60s with a full day of sunshine. We're back in the 30s and 40s for your Thursday morning, and then a gradual warming trend towards the weekend. But it does come with the cost. I do expect an opportunity for some rain with our next cold front and storm system, especially on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Serving up a tray load of truth today on 92.5 Fox News.
Hi, this is Earl Ron, president of New South Window. New South is Florida's factory direct window company. We cut out the middleman and his markups because we manufacture, install, and guarantee your windows for life. Our new manufacturing facility has tomorrow's technology today to make sure your windows are built for Florida's extreme weather. Don't even think about buying windows from anyone else till you see what our factory can do for you. From our factory to your home. Now that's Factory Direct.
Going on now. Buy 2 windows, get a third free. Call 1-800-NEW-WINDOWS.
Window World is a family-owned business, and we really mean family. And with a family-owned business, you get a business that is looking to treat everyone right. We live in this community. We want to take care of our friends and neighbors.
With our family-owned business, we are backed by a company that believes in top-quality products at the best price available. That way, more people can afford energy-saving windows and doors, as well as top-quality, hurricane-rated, high-impact windows that also offer you some increased security to your home.
And being backed by our parent company, we're going to be around for a long time. The guarantee Window World offers is the absolute best guarantee you are ever going to find in a window replacement company. If anything goes wrong with your new windows, Window World, that's us, and Window World Corporate will stand behind it and get it fixed.
No high pressure, no sitting in your home for hours trying to get you to make a decision right away, but simply good business to our friends and neighbors. And when we're through installing your new windows, we'll stand behind those windows with the best guarantee in the window replacement business. See for yourself. Window World, simply the best for less.
Tune in on Sunday mornings, Fox News 92.5, Dr. Amy Robbins and Maximize Living Radio. I'm going to be going over topics like leaky gut, weight loss resistance, how to fix your chronic aches and pains, how to deal with all of those things in a natural way, how to sleep better. So there's a different topic every single week that we're going to be covering. Tune in and get the help that you need.
At Mr. Sparky, we're America's on-time electrician. Flickering lights and hot switches can be annoying, but they can also signal a major problem, or worse, an electrical emergency. So play it safe and leave it to the experts at Mr. Sparky. We'll get it done right and get it done safely. Call now for $77 off any repair.
You don't have to put up with any malarkey. Call 888-8-SPARKY.
Limitations and restrictions may apply. Independently owned and operated. Licensed in the respective state or county.
Hey Southwest Florida, it's Tyler McCluskey here, and I want to introduce you to my new show being broadcast every Saturday morning at 11 a.m. right here on 92.5 Fox News. We'll be talking everything insurance, real estate, mortgages, and all your local talent. Everything you need to know to help your businesses grow. I can't wait to start this journey with you all, and looking forward for you to tuning in every Saturday at 11 a.m. For more information, visit TylerMcCluskey.com. See you all there.
True relief for back and neck pain.
Are you driving down the road right now with back or neck pain or pain into your arms or legs? Maybe your struggle is getting out of your bed or chair. Maybe you get weakness when you put weight on your leg or swing your golf club. It's time you address this problem once and for all. At Johnston Spinal Care 596 Back, these are the conditions that we treat every day, except we treat the root of the problem. No injections or pain meds. Non-surgical spinal decompression, recognized around the country for incredible statistical results for long-term pain relief. Break the cycle of pain from sciatica, stenosis, neuropathy, arthritis, or car accidents. Non-surgical spinal decompression can get your life back. Spinal decompression is safe and comfortable for any age and doesn't involve any hanging upside down. Don't hurt anymore when the answer is only a phone call away. Call our Medicare-friendly office, Johnston Spinal Care, for a free telephone consultation. 596-BACK. 596-BACK. That's 596-2225.
From 92.5 Fox News.
It's the stuff Southwest Florida is talking about.
It's Daybreak. Now, here's the guy at the epicenter of what's important to those of us who live in Southwest Florida. Drew Steele.
Hey, good morning, Southwest Florida. Glad you're here. Thank you for watching this program at drewsteele.com, the website. DREWSTEELE. Steele has 3 E's. If you go to the website, you can watch on your mobile phone, on your smart device. You can take us with you. It sets up like an app. It's very easy to watch. And we stream live at Facebook as well, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. YouTube, we're there as well. 239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Hey, before we get started, I wanted to remind everybody, Seed to Table on Friday is where we will be. It's our first Fridays, we call it. First Friday of every month, we will be out and about with you and getting out back on the streets. We're looking forward to it. Seed to Table, Oaks Farm Seed to Table will open an hour earlier. So we'll be there 6 to 9 doing our program. And you can be there to hang out with us. We would love to see you. Grab a coffee, grab some breakfast, stop up, say hi. We'll be... I think we're going to be upstairs. There's a stage there and lots of seating. So just come and hang out and enjoy each other's company. And I'll get a chance to see you. I'm looking so forward to it. So please make it a point on Friday to join us. It's our first Friday series that we're doing at Seed to Table, Oaks Farm Seed to Table. That's at Livingston and Immokalee Road in Naples. So I hope you'll stop by and say hi. It is amazing how the left refuses to let go of Donald Trump. He is their vice. He is their, I just can't let you, there's got to be a song about it. I just can't let you go. I just can't give you up. I don't know what it is, but they just can't do it. And they're constantly talking about him. And obviously there's a lot of reasons why they would do it, because they need their boogeyman. They need their bad guy. They have to have something to polarize the left and to continue to polarize the left against you. And so they're never going to stop. They'll always find one way to do it. And then once there is no way to do it any longer, they'll make it about you being a conservative. They'll make it about you voting for Trump in the past, which they're already doing now, but they'll continue to do it. But some of the things that they're doing right now is just so unbelievably blatant. It's pretty disgusting. For example, not that you think it would be any different than what it is, but when you hear that there's a report, but not one, but two, but 3 sources with knowledge of the matter and written communications reveal that the Biden administration has, quote, already on occasion probed reporters to see what questions they plan on asking new White House Press Secretary Jen Psaki when called upon during briefings less than 2 weeks into the new administration. So they're already pre-screening reporters to see what they're going to ask. They don't want to catch her off guard. They want to make sure that together that the narrative stays consistent. It's pretty disgusting, but the media doesn't seem to be pushing back against it. Are they going to push back against this administration at all? You're not getting that feeling right now. And some of what was said yesterday proves the point that, man, number one, that they just can't give up on going after you as a conservative, you as a Trump supporter, you as somebody who needs to be deprogrammed, like Katie Couric said and others. We got to deprogram you. What in the world does that even look like? It looks like a lot of different things. Not allowing you to be in the public square, not allowing you to be in the public forums, not allowing for you to to be able to communicate your censorship of your voice, of your thoughts, of your ideology. But I want you to listen to some of this because it's going to get to a bigger point and how far they're willing to go against you as a conservative. The things that you need to hear about that are happening, for example, in this state, when you even have Florida politics. FloridaPolitics.com, not exactly a right-leaning website, admitting that the governor here in the state of Florida is beating lockdown states in job growth. 8 consecutive months of job growths. Overall, federally, we've got 3 straight months of retail losses, historically high jobless claims, and meanwhile, right here in the state of Florida, we just keep growing. The governor's been able to accomplish this. But as long as nobody asks about it, nobody brings it up, nobody talks about it, we kind of vet the conversation, if you will, then how is the rest of the nation going to know how fantastic we're doing in the state if they don't go to their usual sources, at least half the country that isn't going to talk about it? That's part of the game. So listen to this. Remember, you've got Jen Psaki, circle back. You know, she's a circle back girl.
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you.
Yeah, there's a lot of circling back for Jen Psaki. As a matter of fact, we should have had a good idea about Jen Psaki being a circle back girl because there was a song about this. Don't you remember the song, Jake? It wasn't too long ago. I want to say it was 10 or 15 years ago, maybe 10 years ago. Don't you remember this song? It was about the circle back girl. There was a whole song about it.
Circle back. Circle back.
See? Don't you remember that? You don't remember the Ain't No Circle Back Girl? You never heard that song?
I think I kind of remember now.
Circle back. Circle back.
It was a pretty big hit.
It was pretty big.
Yeah, it was big. It was huge. Bigly. So we should have known the Circle Back Girl was going to be there. So what does Jen Psaki do yesterday right out of the gate? Circle back. We've been talking about it. People have been joking about it, mocking her, if you will, on social media because it seems like it's the only thing that she can do in communicating with the media. It's all about circling back. So Jen Psaki yesterday, listen to this.
And last thing I just want to do before we get to your questions, I often note I'm going to circle back. I hate to disappoint conservative Twitter, but I am going to circle back on a number of things, as we often do directly.
And then she went on to talk about some of the policies that she was circling back on from the administration that she didn't have a chance to circle back on when she was circling back on. Okay, enough of that. Conservative Twitter. Conservative Twitter. That's hysterical because I didn't know there was a conservative Twitter. There's a conservative Twitter? Wait a minute. All the conservatives are getting kicked off of Twitter. There's a conservative Twitter. No, she's all upset. Now they're mocking you because we dare just repeat what she has repeated a million times. How dare you do that?
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with you. We can circle back with
The reason why we do this is because we're constantly told about how awesome, incredible it is to have a White House press secretary who gets it, who's so clear and concise and coherent and not like what we've had to deal with for the past 4 years. But no, she's brilliant. She's a genius. She's amazing. She's a circle back girl. It's a... Okay, all right, I get it. So now, not only is she mocking you for doing that, but now the media is joining in as well.
And quickly, can I circle back to use that phrase to a question I asked during the transition?
Anyone can steal it. It just means you have to get back.
So I'll circle back to this.
You all can circle back. Sorry. Yeah.
Bowl of doggy do.
All right, moving on. So now you have the media is mocking you and Jen Psaki, everybody, the conservative Twitter, to circle back, isn't it that funny? And it's a joke. So here's the question that the White House reporter who clearly met with Jen Psaki and Biden administration officials to kind of, vet to see what it is they're going to talk back and forth about. I want you to listen to this question that he asks. You ready?
Has the White House made a determination about whether it will continue to extend the privilege of intelligence briefings to former President Trump?
Extending intelligence briefings to former President Trump. Will you do that?
Given the concerns among some Democrats that he'll either misuse it or leverage it to enrich himself.
That he will use it, the intelligence, to enrich himself, or wait, how the concerns that he'll do what?
Given the concerns among some Democrats that he'll either misuse it or
misuse it. I want you to follow how outrageous this is. So this reporter wants to know from Jen Psaki, the Circle Back girl, wants to know if the administration is going to allow for a former president of the United States to still receive intel because he might misuse it. Misuse it? Really? How does that work? The concern, really? In what way? Could you describe? Can you tell us more about the Democrats who think this? Can you tell us more about former presidents who did it? And you've got the nerve, the gall to say that to this administration, to which she says, what?
Leverage it to enrich himself.
This is a good question. I've raised it with our intelligence teams, or our national security team, I should say. It's something, obviously, that's under review, but there was not a conclusion last I asked them about it, but I'm happy to follow up on it and see if there's more to share.
No, you meant circle back on it. Circle back is...
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you.
Yeah.
I'll circle back with you if
We
there's
got
more.
it. Is it just me? Do you see how outrageous that is? So a White House reporter, after everybody's joking about conservative Twitter and telling me I'm Circle Back girl, making fun of me, we make fun of you now because, we're the snobby left in this country and we're the ones that really bequeath you the things that you're allowed to say and allowed to do and the amount of masks you have to wear. You probably have to wear 10 masks. Of course, you won't get the vid, but you'll probably be dead because you can't breathe. Has the nerve to ask the question, and then for the White House to admit that they are concerned about giving the former president of the United States intelligence information as if he's going to misuse it in what way? After knowing that there was an administration that took it upon themselves to weaponize the federal government against an American citizen, that same person who happened to be president. The gall. But they can do it because they have a willing media to jump on board. How outrageous that is. There's some other things that were said about Trump being off Twitter and if their job is easier now because Trump's off of Twitter and you Republicans who every time there's a discussion about something like hydroxychloroquine, oh boy, I said the word, that could be something as a therapy to use early on where there were real concerns about anybody mentioning that. And then we come to find out that those that said you're not allowed to talk about it came around and said, yeah, there might be a use for it and it might have saved some lives. And how many lives we could have actually saved had we ran with the idea that this was something that was a viable option. But because of a president that you hate so much, you weren't even allowed to talk about it. And how many lives were lost because of your politics. That then Jen Psaki being asked about the former president being off Twitter and how that helps things when it comes to COVID. And she says,
does President Biden support the continuing ban of President Trump on their sites?
I think that's a decision made by Twitter. We've certainly spoken to, and he's spoken to, the need for social media platforms to continue to take steps to reduce hate speech.
To reduce hate speech. And again, things you probably already know. That what they consider hate speech is your speech, and your speech is going to be hate speech, and we've got to stop that. And you're probably someone who's in league with white supremacy and Nazis and the like, and you hate to use that kind of language, but it's the things that they have said in the past about you and your choices politically, and how, listen, we're going to have to take steps to figure out how we can eliminate those options, like deprogramming you, and to what extent they're willing to go. Look, in all of the joking that we do about circling back and the Circle Back girl, and we make songs and we have fun with the idea that Jen Psaki is not exactly as as perfect as some people would like us to believe as far as a White House press secretary. The fact is that the information that's coming out of these press briefings is quite extraordinary, quite dangerous, and quite telling. And we need to focus on that as well. 239-479-5592. All right. A reminder, Seed to Table on Friday. We will be there broadcasting live from 6 to 9. They're going to be opening up an hour early for you to join us. Grab a cup of coffee and breakfast. We'd love to see you there at the corner of Livingston and Immokalee in Naples. And also to watch this program streaming live. And we'll be streaming live as well. So if you can't be there, you can be there as you watch at the website, drewsteele.com or facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio. It's Daybreak 92.5 Fox News right all along. With traffic, here's Sabrina Katz.
75 is still very busy heading south of Corkscrew to Bonita Beach Road. There's also delays still happening in Collier on Vanderbilt Beach heading west of Logan towards Livingston. Delays southbound on 951 due to a crash at the intersection of Lele Cultural Parkway. Now, this is near Rattlesnake Hammock to give you some perspective. Also, heading southbound on 951 to Marco Island is congested as well for about a half mile. That's your up-to-the-minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
For today, an unseasonably cool forecast across Southwest Florida, especially with that wind adding on to the chill. Morning clouds giving way to afternoon sunshine, as temperatures will be only topping out in the upper 50s and lower 60s. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, Weather Authority.
Plug into the power. 92.5 Fox News. Right. All along.
New Year's resolutions. We all make them. We all break them. That's why your small business needs more than resolutions. It needs solutions. And you can get them with Comcast Business. Whether you want to work more efficiently with fast, reliable internet and advanced Wi-Fi, make your business safer with powerful cybersecurity solutions, or stay productive with 24/7 support. We've got the solutions you need for your business to get there. So make this year's resolution better solutions. Bounce forward with Comcast Business. Help your business bounce forward with an amazing offer from Comcast Business to kick off 2021. Get started with a powerful and reliable internet and voice solution from Comcast Business for $35 each a month for 24 months for 2 years when you buy both. Call 1-800-501-6000 or go to ComcastBusiness.com today to find out more. Offer ends 2/7/21. Restrictions apply. Limited to new Comcast Business 35 megabits per second internet and one voice mobility customers. Early termination fee applies. Enrollment in EcoBill and autopay required.
Is foot pain making your life miserable? The Good Feet store specializes in foot pain relief. Call 552-FEET or visit us at the Good Feet store in Naples or our newest location in Fort Myers. Or stop in for a free personalized arch support fitting at the Good Feet store.
Dr. Svetlana Kogan here, a board-certified internal medicine concierge physician on 5th Avenue South in Naples. Many of you wonder what holistic practice is. Well, good health is like a puzzle. It depends on how you perceive yourself, your environment, what you eat, your relationships, and lifestyle. It takes time and skill for the doctor to put these pieces of the puzzle together for you and come up with solutions customized to your specific needs. Holistic doctors believe that less medication is better and use preventive approach to keep you out of harm's way. This is also a concierge practice. Every patient gets my email and cell phone for emergencies and can be seen the same day if necessary. You are seen by me personally, and we take all the time that you need. You can visit my website, customlongevity.com. That's customlongevity.com to learn about how I, Dr. Svetlana Kogan, can help you feel healthy and balanced again.
This is Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
239-479-5592, the talk and text line, streaming live on drewsteele.com, the website, and at Facebook, facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio, either place. We're there on YouTube as well. I like this. Stacey Abrams nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize. Really? Oh, look at that. Why not? Listen, have we diminished the Nobel Peace Prize yet enough that it's kind of meaningless at this point? Everybody, you get one. Everybody's getting a Nobel Peace Prize. Just hand them out. All right. voting rights activist and failed Georgia gubernatorial candidate. Wait a minute. I thought she was the governor of the state of Georgia by default because she never conceded the race. So, she was nominated for a Nobel Peace Prize, a Norwegian lawmaker announced on Monday. Lars Holtbrekken, who is a Socialist Party member of the Norwegian parliament. Why don't we leave it there? Likened her work to that of the late Dr. Martin Luther King Jr., according to Reuters. And I can go into what was said, but we don't really want to do that. Never conceded, maintained that the election was conducted unfairly, started a voter registration group called the New Georgia Project, and trying to get to people to vote there in the state of Georgia. A lot of people saying it was pretty successful this go around, and what could be happening in 2022 when the talk is she's gonna run again.
This is Daybreak. 92.5 Fox News.
Heard the good news about COVID-19 vaccines? They're here. But you can do more than wait for your turn. See, you have the power to help slow the spread. Actually, you could be a real difference maker and protect your family and loved ones, too. Here's how. Watch your distance. Stay at least 6 feet away from folks you don't live with. And it's risky to be indoors with them, too, no matter how far apart you are. And, of course, avoid crowds. Also, wear a mask. CDC reports that masks protect both the person wearing them and the folks around them from particles that carry the virus. And wash your hands, using soap and water for 20 seconds, and do it frequently. Watch your distance, wear a mask, and wash your hands. Simple, effective, and along with vaccines, they're how you can make a big difference.
Learn more about vaccines at cdc.gov/coronavirus. Brought to you by the U.S. Department of Health and Human Services.
Hey, it's Drew Steele from Daybreak. Look, it's been a while since we've taken the show on the road, but we're doing it on Friday, February 5th. We're going to be live at Oaks Farms Seed to Table Market in North Naples for our first Friday series. The market's going to be open at 6 a.m. to welcome you. You can grab a cup of coffee, a delicious breakfast. Friday, February 5th, we are on the road again at Oaks Farms Seed to Table, and that's on Immokalee Road, just west of I-75 in North Naples. We hope to see you live Friday, February 5th. It's our first Friday series with 92.5 Fox News.
So, you're in the market for new appliances. You have a choice. You can chase around sizing up refrigerators, opening oven doors, poking your nose into top-load washers, while wondering if the quality meets your standards and the prices are fair. Or you can go to Good Deals Appliances. Starting at Good Deals Appliances makes all the sense in the world. They feature the top names in appliances like Genair, KitchenAid, Whirlpool, Maytag, and Amana. But the best part about shopping at Good Deals Appliances is their price guarantee. If you ever find a lower price on the same appliance, Jane and his team at Good Deals Appliances will beat it. Every time, guaranteed. When you need appliances, make your first stop your last stop. Good Deals Appliances. 3 locations to serve you. 41 at Gladiolus in Fort Myers, Pine Island Road in Cape Coral, and on Naples Boulevard near Lowe's and Costco in Naples.
Good Deals Appliances. Have we got a deal for you?
Not 10, not 5, or even 2.9%. Southwest Florida. In 2021, Sutherland is doing something never done before. 0% APR financing on used cars. During the exclusive 0% event at Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral. Get unprecedented 0% APR financing on used cars. Save thousands in finance charges and pay the bank no interest for your car. Shop Southwest Florida's largest used car dealer with the biggest selection of certified pre-owned Nissans, Hondas, Toyotas, and Fords. Now, get 0% APR financing. Even get 0% APR financing for up to 84 months on new Nissans, like the Titan truck. Yes, 0% on new, too. Don't miss the 0% event with never offered 0% APR financing at your used car megastore. Sutherland Nissan Fort Myers and the all-new Sutherland Nissan Cape Coral right now. Shop online at nissansales.com or capecoralnissan.com. If it doesn't say Sutherland, you paid too much. With approved credit, see dealer for details.
Mexico while waiting for their cases to be heard. Another action will order review of a rule that allowed authorities to deny green cards to people more likely to rely on public assistance.
Fox's Rachel Sutherland.
The president calls a military coup in Burma an assault on democracy and says in a statement he'll be considering new sanctions on the country.
Some 400 members of its parliament, including Nobel Peace Prize winner Aung San Suu Kyi, are under house arrest. Officials have announced an 11-man ruling cabinet dominated by military officers. Security forces are said to be roaming the streets.
Fox's Simon Owen. America's listening to Fox News.
This update is presented by Stevie Tomato Sports Page in Fort Myers, Cape Coral, and Naples.
Wink News traffic.
75 is still very busy heading south of Corkscrew to Bonita Beach Road. There's also delays still happening in Collier on Vanderbilt Beach heading west of Logan towards Livingston. Delays southbound on 951 due to a crash at the intersection of Lele Cultural Parkway. Now, this is near Rattlesnake Hammock to give you some perspective. Also, heading southbound on 951 to Marco Island is congested as well for about a half mile. That's up to the minute traffic. I'm Sabrina Katz. Wink News now.
Wink Weather Authority.
Get ready for a chilly day across southwest Florida because of our cool weather and wind adding on to the chill. Highs for today only in the upper 50s and lower 60s as morning clouds will eventually give way to afternoon sunshine. 30s and 40s for your Wednesday morning. Bundle up. Highs only in the 60s with a full day of sunshine. We're back in the 30s and 40s for your Thursday morning, and then a gradual warming trend towards the weekend. But it does come with a cost. I do expect an opportunity for some rain with our next cold front and storm system, especially on Sunday. With Wink News, I'm meteorologist Matt Devitt, the Weather Authority.
Blah, 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 blah. Gear up for the liberal loudmouths at work. Drew Steele, mornings on 92.5 Fox News.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
It's Big Al from Stevie Tomatoes Sports Page. Do you feel American pride and want to shout, God bless America? As a son of immigrants who came through Ellis Island, I stand when the national anthem plays and get emotional thinking of those who have sacrificed for America's greatness. At Stevie's, we're filled with gratitude for our great customers and the country we live in. The firemen, police, emergency service, construction workers, and those who go about each day providing the foundation for our country. We love our customers and express our gratitude with our food, service, and value. Thankful for your dedication for what you do. And to all our great customers, show your love for this great country by going to any Stevie's. Stand at the bar and say loud and clear for all to hear, God bless America, and I'll buy you a 10-ounce beer. Restrictions apply in Cape Coral, Fort Myers, and Naples. God bless America.
Steven Tomatoes, sports page. Come for the food, stay for the sports.
Trust. It's the rock-solid foundation of Moran Wealth Management. Over 40 years ago, they began advising clients on ways to help meet their financial goals. 4 decades later, we've helped many reach their goals of providing for themselves, their families, and future generations. CEO Tom Moran has assembled an impressive team of professionals, each committed to the same core concept. Tom is recognized by Barron's as a Hall of Fame advisor. To be named a Hall of Fame advisor, the advisor has to have been ranked by Barron's consecutively for the last 10 years in any of their rankings. Let us earn your trust. Call 239-920-4440 or visit moranwm.com. Barron's rankings are based on data provided by thousands of advisors. Factors included in the rankings were assets under management, revenue produced for the firm, regulatory record, length of service, quality of practice, and client retention. Investment products and services are offered through Wells Fargo Advisors Financial Network, LLC, WFAFN, member SIPC. Moran Wealth Management is a separate entity from WFAFN.
Imagine an exclusive fishing adventure in Key West, a private cooking lesson from a master chef, a chance to play in an exclusive golf pro-am, or owning a custom piece of art from a world-renowned painter, all while supporting the mission of NCEF, helping disadvantaged and at-risk children in Collier County. Don't imagine? Go to NWWFonlineauction.com and bid on these or other once-in-a-lifetime opportunities. That's NWWFonlineauction.com, a partnership of the Naples Winter Wine Festival, NCEF, and Gulf Shore Life.
Hey, it's Adam Botana again from Baywater Exclusive Boat Club, the only family-owned and operated boat club in Southwest Florida. And when it comes to members to boat ratio, bottom line, we have the best fleet and availability at any boat club in the area. Fishing, cruising, water sports, Baywater will get you set up. Want to keep the boat overnight? Want to let the kids use the membership? At Baywater, anything is possible. This weekend, we are having our 15th anniversary open house. We'd love for you to come by, have some lunch, and check out the club. And if you join this weekend, special pricing. No dues for 3 months. Right, no dues for 3 months. Stop by and see the Baywater difference. Call me, Adam Botana, at 239-495-0455. That's 495-0455. One more time, that's 495-0455. Or find us online at bwboatclub.com or Google Baywater Boat Club, the exclusive club of Southwest Florida.
Hi, I'm Keith, the owner of Storm Shield Windows and Doors in North Fort Myers. And when it comes to hurricane windows and doors, you have two choices, Storm Shield and all the rest. Here's what our client Lauren had to say.
I work from home, so my home is also my office. And when I'm working, especially since my office is in the back room, I get all of the daytime sunshine. When I'm sitting in my office, I can tell the heat of the day is coming in because it's coming in through my old windows. So one of the benefits I experience directly, day in and day out, is having cooler temperatures in my room as a result of getting Storm Shield windows. My old windows, the heat came in, the room got hot, my air conditioning continued to work harder, and now we don't have any of that.
Storm Shield's windows and doors reduce the exterior noise by up to 80%, and our clients typically see an average energy savings of 40%. Why choose Storm Shield? Because everyone deserves the best. Call us today at 239-491-7002 or visit stormshieldSWFL.com.
Glenn Beck at 9 and Rush at noon. Right now, it's Drew Steele on 92.5 Fox News.
239-479-5592 is the talk and text line. Want to remind you of a few things. Number one, we do the thing at this time right after the 5 at 8:35. So the thing is whatever you want to talk about that takes us right to the end of the program. It could be about what's happening here locally, state of Florida. It could be national headlines. Whatever you want to talk about, anything is on the table. It's the thing, whatever your thing is. So get ready for that if you would like. 239-479-5592. The phone lines are open now, so you can call. Also, Seed to Table. Remember that on Friday, we will be broadcasting live our first Fridays event. Seed to Table, Oaks Farm, Seed to Table, 6 to 9. They're going to open up an hour earlier so you can grab a coffee and grab some breakfast, hang out with us. There's going to be plenty of seating. We're going to have a great time. I'm looking forward to seeing each and every one of you. If you get a chance to stop by or just hang out for the entire program, whatever you would like to do, 6 to 9, we will be broadcasting live this Friday, our first Fridays, the first Friday of every month, getting out and about with you at Seed to Table, Oaks Farm, Seed to Table. That's at Livingston and Immokalee, right there at the corner. And it's an amazing place. You're going to love it if you have not been there yet on Friday. So we're looking forward to seeing you there. All right, you ready to go? Top 5 audio clips of the day. Here we go. It's a 5 at 8:35.
Drew's Top 5 at 8:35 is brought to you by Moran Wealth Management. Isn't it time to review your portfolio options? Go to moranwm.com.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Number 5.
Does President Biden support the continuing ban of President Trump on their sites?
I think that's a decision made by Twitter. We've certainly spoken to, and he's spoken to, the need for social media platforms to continue to take steps to reduce hate speech. But we don't have more for you on it than that.
Hate speech. Well, there you go. There's Jen Psaki yesterday. Hey, Twitter, you guys okay with Twitter keeping Donald Trump off of Twitter? And Jen Psaki's answer is, yeah, well, keeping hate speech is off of social media sites is something that we look at. And remember, that means your speech as well. That's you who voted for Donald Trump for president. So there's going to be a continuation of that. And it's unbelievable.
Number 4.
GameStop, if you don't know, it's a video game store. And like a lot of businesses, they've been struggling because of COVID, but also because most people buy games online now. And yet, despite a sharp decline in sales, over the past 6 months, their stock price has grown by 8,000% because a bunch of amateur investors, maybe even some Russian disruptors who...
I'm sorry, maybe not, but maybe. I'll throw that out there. There's Jimmy Kimmel who's trying to explain to his audience about the GameStop situation and how the Reddit folks, like Jake the millennial, who apparently is in league with the Russians, went out there and said, hey, as retail buyers, we would like to do the same thing that Wall Street does in, buying GameStop and running up the price. And then they decide to hold it and they're not ready to sell. And some hedge funds losing some big money. And Jimmy Kimmel's answer to that is it's not retail necessarily, just the average Joe, but it's the Russians. Why not?
Number 3.
When I turn to see, there's a perfect shadow cast of me. 6 more weeks of winter there will be.
Oh, whoa. Puxatawny Phil today, just a little while ago, seeing his shadow, and we're told it's 6 more weeks of winter, and that's what we heard. But hold on a second. Can we stop and just talk about the reality? Has Phil taken into account climate change? Has he taken into account the man-made climate change that is out there and the fact that this is an emergency, it's a climate emergency? And is he really sure about that? What if it's the opposite? Has he really taken into account all the data and the science? Has he sat down with this yet?
Number 2.
And by the way, if Joe Biden goes out there one day and asks people to drink bleach as a way of fighting a pandemic, God knows.
That never happened, Donna.
Yes.
You got fed a lie there. That never happened, Donna. You got fed a lie. Never happened.
Maybe
if you're going to say that on the show, you got to have the clip. Never happened.
Well, get the clip. All right. Because
Get the clip.
Get the clip. There you go. Donna Brazil on Fox News saying that it was, remember, Donald Trump told everybody to drink bleach. And good for Greg Gutfeld for doing what other people should be doing and saying, no, never said it, never happened. I'll buy you a steak dinner if you can find the clip. It never happened. It never happened. But, the left in this country, wherever they can, will continue to throw out and gaslight and throw out narratives and continue to say it as if it's fact and it never happened. And half the country believes it because, well, they're just, they're dopes. Is that what it is?
Number 1.
And last thing I just want to do before we get to your questions, I often note I'm going to circle back. I hate to disappoint conservative Twitter, but I am going to circle back on a number of things, as we often do directly.
Oh, look at you, Jen Psaki, mocking conservatives for mocking or making fun of or bringing up the fact or just suggesting that you say circle back a lot. I mean, a lot, a whole lot, right? And
I'll circle back if there's more I can share with you. I'll circle back with you if there's more to convey. I'll have to just circle back with.
Oh, somebody's sensitive. Listen, we all were saying that she says circle back a lot, and it's almost as if she doesn't really know what's going on. But the media goes along with it and kind of jokes about it, and then she says it's conservative Twitter. And hate to disappoint you, but I'm going to circle back on some of the.
Drew's 5 at 8:35.
Yeah, the media dutifully goes along with it and kind of mocks you conservatives as well. Because how dare you mock somebody as perfect as the White House press secretary, right?
And quickly, can I circle back to use that phrase to a question I asked during the transition?
Anyone can steal it. It just means you have to get back.
So I'll circle back to this.
Yeah, they're going to circle back to this. They want to circle back. Isn't that funny? Let's mock you guys for mocking us for saying something like that because you're not allowed to do that. Only the media and the left can mock conservatives and Trump supporters and everybody else on the right. And you're mockable. But the minute we notice something that seems to be a typical fare for you, like repeating the word circle back a million times as if to say, I have no idea what Joe Biden's doing. I don't even think Joe Biden knows what he's doing, but I'll get back to you on it because I really don't know. And you don't have a problem with it, right? Because you're on our side. Yeah, it seems like a little sensitive. Maybe that's just me. I mean, we knew all along that she was circle back girl. I mean, how many years have we known this?
Circle back. Circle back.
I mean, there was a song about it. We should have known that. That was years ago, decades ago. Who knew that Jen Psaki was relevant then? 239-479-5592. I know. It's a little bit much. Yeah, but you got to push back, right? I mean, that's a big part of this is it's like Greg Gutfeld pushing back against people like Donna Brazil, who's going to go out there and say, listen, drinking bleach, that's what the president never said it. Never said it. Never said it. Where you're getting it from, we all know where you're getting it from. But the fact is, it never came out of his mouth. It's almost like if you were to say something ridiculous like on January 6th, he called for an insurrection. And that's why what happened at the Capitol happened, because literally the words out of his mouth said, insurrection, go and break into. He never said it. Never said it. But if you allow the left to continue to push that narrative enough without pushing back, all right, listen, it's time right now to take your phone calls, 239-479-5592. By the way, if you're watching, you can watch us stream, drewsteele.com. That's where we are. You can take us with you on your mobile device. It's mobile friendly. That's the way we set it up, drewsteele.com if you want to watch the program, or facebook.com/drewsteeleradio. Time right now for your phone calls. It's the thing.
You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing. You know the thing.
And Mike's in beautiful Bonita. Hello there, Mike. What's your thing this morning?
Hey, Drew. How are you?
You know, I'm doing.
Thanks for taking my call.
Yes, sir.
I just, I wonder, are we ever going to have, again, a stable social media platform where we can freely communicate and express whatever we want without being censored or the platform being shut down? I mean, I personally had like 3,500 followers on Twitter.
Yeah.
And I was suspended, but now it's been 4 weeks, so I'm thinking I've been banned. And it was for going against their community platform, it said, and spamming.
Yeah, well, there's a lot of people lately that have been taken off, put in Twitter jail for a little while. I'm trying to think of some of the people that I've been in contact with lately and some of the stories that are out there about why they've been put in Twitter jail. I think there were, let me see if I can find it as I'm kind of talking to you right now, how there were some organizations that had some things to say about, what they believed about the DHS czar. Is that what it was? Oh, there it is. Here's the story. The Christian organization was suspended from Twitter, calling Dr. Rachel Levin, quote, a man who believes he is a woman. And he's a biological male, but you can't say that. And so they were put into Twitter jail, not allowed to do that. Right. We're going to fix you. We're going to deprogram you. We're going to figure out how to make this right. Now, to your point, I will say, Mike, that yes, I think that there will be social media sites that will allow free speech. There will be social media sites that will allow you to say some things that are not very intelligent, some things that are quite dumb, some things that will make a lot of sense, some things that are incredibly intelligent, and leave it all open for interpretation. And also at the same time, like Parler did and does, it has policies for things that are dangerous or unlawful. They are there. But what's the biggest fear of the left, Mike? What's the biggest fear? What do they have to fear?
That's a funny thing you bring that up, because I'm a Christian. I did a simple song for people just to stand up for their beliefs, for our country, for our flag, and on YouTube, they have flagged it, and they put that this song contains right-wing conspiracy QAnon. And my song has nothing to do with that at all.
Yeah.
So I had to change the description and say this has been flagged by YouTube, and it does not contain right-wing conspiracy. But to this day, several weeks now, when anybody goes to watch my video, listen to my song, that pops up right in the front. And it's got the Wikipedia definition. It says the elite are worshiping Satan and eating babies. So that's underneath my song.
Well, so here's the thing, Mike and Benita. Let me ask you this quickly before we go, and it's probably a one-word answer. How often do you walk down the street, sit at a bar, hang out at a restaurant, sit at a church, talk to people in general? How often? Do you ever notice how often every single conversation on the right is about QAnon?
Yeah.
It's not. It's not. The answer is it's not. The answer is if you just walk down the street and even mention it to people, and Mike, thanks for the call. I appreciate it. They don't know what you're talking about. This is what the left does. They find their boogeyman. They find something that is bad or they feel is bad, and then they bring it up and magnify it to a degree to which it is not at, and then pin it to a group so that you will put the two together, and you have no idea what it is, but it sounds bad, and from what I'm hearing, they're telling me it's bad, and then you're bad by default, so that's bad. The other thing, too, is this article I was looking at, Patricia McCarthy in American thinker, what keeps the left up at night? Like, what even bothers them? And it's all Trump. They want to deny him a presidential library. They want to strip him of Secret Service protection. They want to ban him from receiving intelligence briefings. They have a bill that would ban any memorial to his presidency. Palm Beach would like him not to remain there at his own resort. New York wants to take the running of the Central Park ice rink away from him. Banks have ended their business relationship with him. That's what keeps them up at night. Trump keeps them up at night constantly. And why? What is it? And again, I go back to what they're so afraid of when I talk to Mike. And what they're so afraid of is that the arena would be open, censorship-free, to the discussion about what their problem is, what their policies are. And then when people actually hear what they're doing and trying to do, that they will turn on them because it's not what they want. Corporations that support the $15 minimum wage can afford it. Here's who can't. Hey, how about this? The $15 minimum wage argument. Has anybody taken a minute of time to think about why all of a sudden you've got large corporations endorsing and lobbying for federal $15 minimum hour wage and the left is going along with it? But at the same time, knowing that small businesses are going to get crushed. Do you realize what's happened here in the $15 minimum hour wage? Like, if we actually had an opportunity to talk about what's happening, here's what's happening. Places like Amazon and other large corporations want a $15 minimum wage because they want to crush small businesses. Amazon, who is going to small businesses in some cases to get their Amazon branded items, those businesses will be destroyed. And then there's Amazon to pick up the pieces because they can afford to do it. And next thing you know it, they have a company that creates what they want to create without any competition. That the large corporations are going to destroy small businesses like your mom and pop. And the Democrats are on board. Why? Democrats and big corporations getting together for a $15 minimum hour wage to destroy small businesses because those large corporations fund Democrat policies. They fund Democrats. They give to Democrats. They're going to get money from them. Do we get to talk about that? More than doubling the federal minimum wage is one of the policies that would threaten the fragile small business economy recovery, said National Federation of Independent Business Vice President of Federal Government Relations, Kevin Kuhlman. 1.3 million workers would lose their job, a 2019 Congressional Budget Office report estimated. You're not allowed to bring this up. In the arena of ideas, you can't talk about it. Because if you do, then people will find out facts. They'll get information. They'll get science and data. You know, the things that we're told. Like masking up. You know, if we wore 10 masks, boy, would we be safe. You wouldn't have to get the vid. You'd also be dead because you can't breathe. But hey, you didn't get the vid. Like, we can't talk about it. We can't have the conversation. If they open up those lines of conversation and thought, and we actually had a debate in the arena of ideas, they lose bigly. And then we don't have to deal with the experts.
I am not the expert.
You got that right. All right. Glenn Beck is next. Listen, have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. DrewSteele.com if you want to watch at the website. Facebook.com/Drew Steele Radio on Facebook there and YouTube as well. All right. Matt Devitt, it's cold. Let's make this go away. Do something about it. Just tell us what's coming up in our forecast.
For today, an unseasonably cool forecast across Southwest Florida, especially with that wind adding on to the chill. Morning clouds giving way to